want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Here's Johnny.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfuckers.
We in the killing Nazi business. Cousin business is a boom.
Okay, I got some. What? It says, hak, slak, slag, back, smoke, beer, zak, mekak. Do you understand that?
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Six Pack and a Movie Podcast. This is your host, Cornelius, with your co-host, Kodai, and a special guest, James. What is up, Dance?
Oh, hi.
What's up?
Neither one of us said anything, so we talked over each other.
Hey,
you hear that?
We are off to a good start.
How do you have a cool name, Cornelius? How come me and Cody just have our names?
Yeah, that's
I
up
go
to
by
you guys.
ICOC.
ICOC.
Dick. Cody. Chody. Code Chode.
Code Chode, and then James, you have to earn your nickname, dude. Your radio nickname doesn't just come to you.
You didn't tell me this catch when I signed up.
Oh, it's a big deal, dude. I am called Cornelius because I was at a college party, and I saw a beautiful maiden sitting across from me, and I said, she will never like my face or my body, so I told her my name was Cornelius. She fell in love. And then I told her my name was Corey. And she left.
She fell out of love.
And she left me forever.
Is that real? Or?
Oh, that's
Is that
real.
really how you got it? I don't even know how you figured that name out.
That is how I got it.
That's a true story.
Yeah, that's a true story. That was at Wright State. I made it sound way worse than it was, but
Oh shit, Wright State. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're friends with I don't want to say her name, but yeah.
Yeah, we have a bunch of friends down there. That's where I first went to. That's when I first got arrested, bro. First my handcuffs.
Your first one. Oh, hold on. Was that the? Did you run like a cornfield or some sort like that?
Oh, dude. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this story right quick.
Hit us up with that story.
I'm gonna fuck you up real quick. So
It's a spicy story.
I'm at Wright State, getting my groove on. I'm a single dude. I'm on the town, and for some reason there were a bunch of parties called stoplight parties. If you wear green, you're single and ready to mingle. Yellow means, ooh, I don't know, I have daddy issues. And red is, I have a boyfriend. So I'm wearing green, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like Tinder pre-Tinder.
How do you swipe it?
They just pushed me down the stairs. So so somebody pulled out a gun at the party, and hell broke loose. And I didn't want to leave my friends because I genuinely thought they were going to get shot. So I hung around, and I had all the alcohol in a backpack, and a cop came up, grabbed my collar, and I ran into the woods. Like 3 feet of snow, ran into the woods and hid there, and tried to make myself puke like in Predator. I thought it was like heat seats. I thought they could like see the blood alcohol on me.
Wait, hold on. This sounds like the scene from Superbad at the end when he leaves the party with washing or laundry detergent full of beer.
It was
basically the cops into the woods.
Yeah, I looked just like that too. So, yeah, dude.
Why is there blood in my pants?
Oh,
we're blood brothers, bro.
Yes. So when were you guys arrested first?
I've never been arrested.
I've avoided my entire life.
Really?
I did almost get arrested at a party once where it was the Beer Olympics in Kenton.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Which was insane, massive parties. And there was a girl that was dancing on top of a SUV.
Oh, dude, I remember
and
that.
she fell off the SUV and got the straight
she died. She
falling
literally died.
SUV, yeah.
She's dead.
Falling SUV, it's not good for you.
No.
So she fell, and they called an ambulance. And the cops must have known about the party because you could see it from the road. It was a giant ass bonfire too.
It was that.
But
Nick-
there's.
Where it was?
Oh my god, you can't say names. Cut that out.
Sorry, it's a little bit new.
Just bleep that last name, and we're gonna. I'll cut that out. Yeah.
No, just put a bleep in there. It'd be even funnier.
Yeah, it'd be way funnier.
It was a massive party. The girl fell, and so the cops showed up, and I was probably 3/4 of people there were underage, right?
Oh, dude, everybody was.
And this party was this is probably a 200-person plus party.
I think it was literally it was probably bigger than any like college party I've been to. Well, maybe not that big, but it was literally humongous.
Some of the sleated parties pretty, but yeah, this is insane, and it was in the country, so it had the space. So I'm getting ready to walk away, and some guy looked at me and said, he's like, don't go that way. There's dogs out there. I said, what? He said, yeah, there's cop dogs, and the people I was with walked into the darkness and got arrested by the cops.
Oh shit!
Where did you go?
I ended up just staying there and like kind of hiding out a little bit.
I can't remember where I went. I think I hid in a car, and then we like waited till it died down, and we drove away somehow. I didn't drive. I don't know who drove because we were.
I stayed there for like hours and hours afterward.
That sucked.
I think your cousin walked out with no shoes through a field and like murdered his feet. Right?
That sounds about right. He would do that.
Oh,
I lost his cell phone, his glasses.
Yeah.
Everything he owns.
His bachelor party was pretty rough, so I think
oh my god, it was amazing.
Yeah, I think we have an idea of what he's capable of.
Yeah, and that's when he's old now.
Yeah,
this was like 10 years ago.
He's in his prime.
So that was maybe the closest I've been to. I got pulled over for DUI once. I got out of it, but
that was in Bowling Green.
That was in BG. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They gave me a sobriety test and everything, and thankfully, I'd only drank 2 beers that night because I was planning on driving, and I thought it was completely fine. But holy shit, man, nerves!
I bet it got scary.
In that, yeah, dude, the nerves got to me in that situation.
Dude, I got pulled over. I went and picked up in high school. I picked up like names. I picked up a girl and like a bunch of her friends at a party.
You can say first name.
You can say
his first name. Okay, well I picked up a girl and a bunch of her friends at a party, and I wasn't even drinking, and I drove them back home, and I got pulled over. And I got sobriety tests when I was completely sober, and I almost failed it just because I was so terrified when I was in high school. I was like, I'm not drunk. He's like, you're drinking. I got smelled. I'm like, oh, my God.
They gave you the eye test with the flashlight. And I thought it was
they
like
did
the
the
eye
same thing
doctor.
with me.
Where like you slowly follow the light. That's what I've been trained for my entire life. Since I was in 4th grade, I was ready for the slowly moving flashlight.
It's like a strobe light.
No, it's just like a goddamn zigzag.
He's like, you can't even see it. Look at your face. I'm like, oh, my God, seizure.
It's a laser light show. And he's like, follow this, bitch. I'm like, I can't
see.
Well, that's the thing, man. You can't fake a sobriety test. That's what drives me crazy when people are like, I'm the best drunk driver, and I'm not worried about sobriety. I could walk a straight line. They're waiting for your pupils to, like, jiggle. Like, you can't control your pupils, you know?
I heard they can cheat that. This is what the eye doctor, one of the last eye doctors told me, is that if someone moves a flashlight far enough, like past like the point of where your eyes normally, like your normal like eye movement, like say to the left or right, if they move it past that and you're trying to focus on it, it will make your eye jiggle. So she told me that the cops can sort of cheat the.
Why were you talking to your eye doctor about sobriety tests?
Yeah,
she's like my age. She showed up. She had like vodka on her breath, and she's like, "What up?
Let me see those eyeballs.
What up, dog?" Like she burped on me.
She's like, "Just got out of a sobriety stop. Fucking nailed it."
I never got arrested, actually.
I'm not sure how it came up, but she was cool. She was hip, and she gave me the down low.
She gave you.
I've only gotten two tickets in my entire life, and they're both window tint tickets, and they're in the same day.
Oh shit!
That's it.
That's pretty stupid.
Did you have to pay both tickets, or did you say like?
No, dude. I was coming back from college so I was coming back from BG, and I was on my way to Kenton for whatever reason, and I was on the back roads, like I just left Findlay, and I got pulled over by a state trooper, and he tested my window tint on the Ford Probe GT. And he's like, it was like 20%, so he gave me a ticket. So I got into town, I drove to Allie's house, and when I was into her driveway, Mr. John, the old police chief guy, he pulled me over in the driveway, and he's like, "Oh, your windows look a little dark." I was like, "Yeah, I know, I just literally got pulled over." I showed him the ticket, and he's like, "You didn't take it off yet?" I was like, "I just got into town." He's like, "Well, I hope you like paying 2 tickets." I was like, "Wow."
What a fucking asshole.
And he gave me another ticket, and I had to pay both of them.
Fuck
him.
He
was the biggest cunt.
I don't know who you guys are talking about, but fuck that guy.
Yeah, that one guy?
Yeah. He was the chief of police.
Yeah.
I'll give his name out. Fuck that guy.
It's public record.
I mean, if you look it up, then like
just Google it. Google will tell you.
Dude, yeah, he got forced to retire.
Yeah, he did. I know. My mom told me all about it because she works for the city. It's amazing.
Dude,
that's the best way to say you got fired. He was forced to retire.
So yeah. So we don't want you here anymore. So
we used to joke about that. It was they were so into because our town has such a heroin problem. We got shots fired at Heroin Manor. Like, we can't back you up. We got window tint right now. We got to take these boys out.
Could you imagine the radio for that? Like, somebody's like, okay, just got a giant heroin bust, and the chief of police is like, nope, I just saw a fucking window tint. We got to take this
I just saw a
motherfucker down.
16-year-old with fucking window tint.
That heroin, we'll get that later.
I saw a 16-year-old with $30 in his bank account. Better give him a fucking $80 ticket.
James said it's
Fuck
so
that
dark.
guy.
It's so dark. He hated it. He's like, I don't trust you and your windows.
I heard things are much different now. So
In Kenton, who is the? I don't know
I don't
why
know.
you would know this. Either. I mean,
Either
I know
of
you
us.
live in Columbus, but who's the chief of police in Kenton?
I don't know. Some new kid on the block, and heard
New
he's
kids on the block,
making
they
making
make
waves.
music.
Dude, he doesn't give a shit, huh? He's cleaning up this old rusty town, like Western
Rusty
style.
That's tough.
The town is covered in rust, and he's cleaning it up.
He's got two WD-40s holstered to each side. He's cleaning this town.
Hey, we're doing Fate of the Furious. If you're still listening,
I will be. Don't worry.
I was gonna say, why wouldn't
And,
why wouldn't they be? It's 10 minutes in. Please listen.
Future James
I
has loved
hope
this
you're-
episode.
I
Yeah.
hope you're listening.
Hey, future Corey, I love
Corey,
you.
I didn't know until you posted. It's a pun with the Fate because they've had such weird naming schemes for these films.
Oh, it's genius.
But did
Wait,
they
I don't-
add?
I
Was
didn't
it
get
8
it.
on any poster? It's Fate. It's F8 of the Furious.
Yeah.
That's what they're
I hate the
fucking
movie
doing.
even
I
more
didn't,
now.
I didn't pick it up.
I didn't even realize that until you said it, and now I hate it.
You know how uncool puns are? They're so not sexy.
When
there was-
Cody originally told me, he's like, "Hey, do you want to be on the next podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. What movie you're watching?" He's like, "Fate of the Furious." Is like,
Fuck.
I was like, "I haven't watched the Fast and the Furious movie since Tokyo Drift." He's like, "Well, do you want to do it?" I was like, "I guess." You guys just did a great movie like Interstellar, and then you're gonna wrap it up with Fate of the Furious.
Hey,
Some, like,
we
the most
do some
beautiful-
You guys
shit.
got to start at the bottom.
Yeah, we do some shitty ones, bro.
You can't go straight to the top of the best.
This
movies.
is baptizing you. We're giving you the
But I-
worst right now.
But if you
This is
haven't
definitely
listened to
the
the
shittiest.
Interstellar one, Future James, I would recommend you go back and listen to it. It was great.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you.
Interstellar was it was fun to do, but yeah, it was long.
Oh, I imagine.
This movie felt like it was 16 hours long because of how off the
Shitty.
fucking rails it is.
Oh,
they did-
yeah.
Right out the gate, they didn't pump any brakes. They went straight to just retarded.
Yeah.
So let me. What do you? What do you think this movie got on Rotten Tomatoes?
I
Oh wow.
think it
Give me an
got-
audience, or give me a critic and an audience rating.
Okay, deal. Ooh, I like this segment. I'm gonna fucking kick ass at this.
I'll suck, but I'll try.
Yeah, do it, dude. I think this movie got a 44% with critics and a 62% with the audience.
All right, James.
I think the critics probably gave it 45, and the audience gave it like a 57.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's playing the Price is Right rules up in this bitch.
$1, Bob.
Audience gave this a 73%.
Oh, I would imagine.
The audience did. Guess the critics gave it a 66.
Why?
This is a fresh movie. This movie's fresh.
God damn it.
Now, for context, a movie I like, Secret Life of Walter Mitty,
53.
is I'm pretty sure rotten.
It's 53.
Is it 53?
Look
How
it
do you
up.
fucking know that? How do you know that on it?
Look it up.
How do you? Did you plan this?
It's a good flick. This movie is better than, I guess, better than that.
Okay, so I have
what did
I
that
have a
movie-
light theory. I think the Paul Walker. I don't want to get into the Paul Walker thing, but it's been a while. We can talk about it. Don't make it weird. I think they straight up cashed in on the Paul Walker thing, man. These movies
I
should have
imagine.
stopped at 5. What are we doing?
Were they
No, this is
doing
this is
any
the first one he
filming or
hasn't
anything?
done.
Were
That
they
hasn't-
trying to do any filming when he crashed? I don't know how to say it any other different.
So,
That's
uh,
exactly what happened.
spoilers: Paul Walker died in real life.
Yeah, but was he doing any planning with this movie? I mean, I don't know
No,
when he
in the
died based on this thing.
last movie he died.
Oh, okay. So I knew he
Mid-film.
died during one filming.
During
I didn't know if it
filming.
was this one or the one before.
They used his brother, and they basically used like the same shit that they've done with Star Wars, where they're replacing, like, spoilers, but General Tarkin is in Rogue One, who is the head guy in Star Wars Episode 4, New Hope. He's the guy that's above Vader that dies on the Death Star. Spoilers for fucking 1977 Star Wars, but
they didn't do well. Paul Walker made me uncomfortable in that movie because you could tell it was fake. It was weird.
It's only like 4 scenes.
Yeah, but
One of them is just like a small shot too. But they used his brother, who has a pretty close resemblance to him.
Yeah,
and then they CGI'd his face on.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't know Paul Walker too well, but I'm sure that he's missed. I just feel like these movies should have stopped at 5, regardless of which one he was in. I'm saying, like, we should have stopped.
Stop at 5.
What other movies was Paul Walker in? Because I remember seeing Paul Walker in the first Fast and Furious and be like, that was a pretty cool movie, but that one white guy really was annoying, and he
got better. He
was a horrible actor at the beginning, though.
Yeah,
he became like the leading man, and he was like pretty good. He did a heist movie, I think,
just recently. Well, before he passed,
I can't remember any other movie.
He did a movie with Jessica Alba where he dives for gold, and I think there's sharks.
Oh, out of the
sharks
blue,
that's what it is. Yeah,
out of the blue.
I think that's what it's called. Something blue.
Blue Crush.
Something blue. Sharks.
Shark World Blue.
Maybe Shark Blue Gold City.
Wait, Shark Boy Lava Girl. That's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah. He did that movie, which I think I've seen a bit about it, but I never watched the actual thing. I know they find treasure, they go for it. I think one night. I think maybe the girl from Pulp Fiction, I think, is in it maybe, and she gets bit by a shark and dies. But
whoa, really sure spoilers, bro. Fuck, dude.
I don't fucking know.
I haven't seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I think he did like some sort of gangster heist.
It was called Takers, and he did that right before he passed. Well, this was 2010. So, Idris Elba was in it, Hayden Christensen, Chris Brown. It was like a star-studded movie. T.I. was in it.
Dude, what happened to Hayden Christensen? Like, he did a couple films. I actually like Jumper, almost.
Almost.
I didn't quite like it.
Almost.
I almost like Jumper.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I thought it was a great concept, just not quite well executed.
You know what would have made that movie better? Firing Hayden Christensen. That was the downfall of that movie. For real, like, he's a stale actor. That's why people don't like him, and that's why his movies are all rated less than 50%. Like
the girl from Twilight is in that movie.
What, Jumper?
Yeah, she's the very, very end where he has a sister that he never knew about.
Really?
That's the girl. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Kristen Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kristen Stewart. Yeah, that's like, I think, the first role I know her from. So if you're playing 7 Degrees to Kevin Bacon or 5 Degrees to Kevin Bacon, that is a usual movie.
She was in Zathura. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was big.
Well, I mean, if you have to get from Samuel Jackson quickly, or from the Star Wars universe to Kevin Bacon,
yeah,
that's a jump point. That works.
James, are you familiar with that game?
What game?
5 Degrees Kevin Bacon.
Or yeah. I almost said 50 Shades of Kevin Bacon. That's way sexier.
50 Shades of Bacon.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Tell him, Cody.
You bounce from. So you have to get from an actor to Kevin Bacon in like 4 jumps, and you use different movies. So you would use.
Where's this game on?
It's just a game.
It's like a mental game. So let's play right now, Cody.
Oh, I thought it was on like Steam or something.
No, shit.
Right. Downloaded today.
It's like a physical copy. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
All right, so I'll pick. You want to pick someone, Corey, or?
Yeah, well,
let's pick someone for this movie. Let's pick someone for this movie.
Okay, so let's get to. Ooh, I want to play next. Let's get. Shit, The Rock. There you go. I think that's pretty simple.
All right. So The Rock to Kevin Bacon. How would you do it?
I'm using James McAvoy as my anchor. And Kevin Bacon and James McAvoy were in X-Men together.
X-Men First Class, yep.
Yeah.
See, the problem is I don't know any actors by their names. So.
Oh, shit. Well.
Yeah, you might be.
I think I'm at a severe disadvantage.
So James McAvoy to Kevin Bacon right there. And then I'm going to leap from that. McAvoy was in... Wanted with Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie was in fucking Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was in Fight Club with Edward Norton. Oh, shit. And help me out, Cody. Where do we go from here? How do we get here?
So, I mean, you could do the recent Jungle Jumanji movie.
Yeah.
With,
Jables?
I can't remember the red-haired girl.
Oh, Avengers. Good call. That's a big one.
She's in Avengers, yeah, which is a huge universe. You could do her with Tony Stark, who did what was the movie that Jamie Foxx did, where he's like a handicapped, autistic singer.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Jamie Foxx is in that. Jamie Foxx. I thought I had a route from there.
Right,
Jamie Foxx.
You almost need paper, James. If you know something, jump in.
Oh, don't worry, I would.
Yeah, it's a hard one. So.
I know who The Rock is. That's about it. I'm a little fuzzy on who Kevin Bacon is.
Jamie Foxx.
Well, you need that more than anything in the game.
Jamie Foxx did that cab driver movie with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Collateral. Mm-hmm. And
I got him. I googled him.
And then Tom Cruise is in A Few Good Men with Kevin Bacon.
You motherfucker. So, there we go, dude. I thought you were going to use the Marvel jumping off point because you went from Rock to Avengers. I thought you would find Avengers back to Kevin Bacon.
I can't remember what the movie's called now with what's his name? Yeah. Tom Cruise and who I say
Cuba Gooding.
No, not Cuba. Jamie Foxx.
Oh.
No, not James. What did I do? I did Jumanji to it's Robert Downey Jr.
Hey, you're going to have to do some good polishing up right here, buddy.
Wait, so Kevin Bacon was in the original Tremors movie?
Kevin Bacon is Tremors.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie when I was younger, but I didn't know. I mean, I just now Googled Kevin Bacon. I got him locked down now.
Yeah, you know him. Are you ready for 6 degrees?
I see he was in a movie called... He was in Apollo 13 too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Well, he was in something called I Love Dick. Have you guys seen that? Sounds like Cody's favorite movie.
No, I didn't.
It's a good flick, dude.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, no. I know.
It's a Soloist. That's the movie.
The Soloist.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys seen I Love You, Philip Morris with Jim Carrey?
Oh, yeah.
Nope,
That's I've heard the podcast on The True Guy that was about, and yeah, I watched that movie.
What'd you think?
It was good. I liked it.
It's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Oh!
A lot of that's true story.
Okay, this is a weird tangent, but I just want to poke at this because we are in the podcasting world. But Cody and I were talking about Chris Hardwick, the Talking Dead dude. I thought this guy was the nicest guy on the planet, and he has a fucking abuse allegation on him right now.
No shit.
He got his name scrubbed from the Nerdist.
Which one is he?
Really?
The
guy that does After Walking Dead?
Yeah, the Talking Dead guy, dude. He's fucked. His career might be fucked.
No shit.
Yeah.
Is
did
this
it
from ages ago or what?
It was 2014. Apparently, I don't want to regurgitate it. Do your research, but apparently his ex-girlfriend, which is a popular cosplayer, said he was pretty mentally abusive and shit. And some of this shit,
I listened.
Yeah, it was fucked up a little bit.
I listened to his podcast when they split up.
Yeah,
And it was a big thing for him. So
yeah, I just urge everybody to kind of do their own research. Don't just believe the first thing you read, because that's pretty easy to do. And and that's it.
And there you have it, boys.
I was waiting on it. That's it. That's the podcast.
Let's pack her up.
See you next week.
No, I don't think we will, James. I think we're done.
It's over. It's over there.
We're
You guys
done.
want to jump into?
Okay, so a few things I wanted to go over. One, I've been.
What beer are you guys drinking?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm drinking Goose Island
Just Goose Island what?
IPA.
All right, cool. Well, gotta make that distinction. You fuck.
I got a Rochester Mills Juice Bigelow.
Ooh, that is my favorite
Hop
beer.
Gigolo, dude. It's pretty good, too.
That's
that name. Very
That's
sexy.
That's my favorite beer of all time. I've recommended that on the podcast.
That's probably why I got it. Subliminally. I didn't even know.
There
But
we
I went
go,
to the beer store in my town is really good because it has a lot of the beers around Michigan. And there's
Yeah.
a guy that works there that literally the beer whisperer. He knows everything you'd ever want to know about beer, and he knows exactly where to get it.
No
And
shit.
where it's located in the store. It's amazing.
That's kind of how Cody is. That's why he's the beer guru. on
Cody, you're the
podcast.
beer whisperer?
I am, yeah. So I'm drinking Insane Wanderer, which is a new IPA from Columbus Brewing Company. And the guy at the beer store told me that, so this is volume 1 that I have. He said that they're doing different hop variations. So I think this first one he said was a mosaic. And it's going to be like a rotating hop series as they do the beer.
You said Columbus Brewing?
Columbus Brewing Company, yeah.
How are they there? Like, pretty big place?
They're the OG in town. They do pretty great stuff. They do, honestly, like, they do Creeper, and that is probably one of my favorite beers to drink, like, ever. And it's more available as time goes on, because they just opened up a huge brewery plant, so they're cranking out a lot more beer.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the quality's gone down, so
Well,
I'm digging it for sure.
That's kind of...
It's still limited release, but...
So, with Finley, I know you've kind of expanded your palate since you used to come to Finley, but I've seen Finley Brewing Company. They've got, like, a giant setup now, and they all quit their day jobs. And I've seen their beer. And dude, their beer looks sexy. Like, I can base my beer, like what you're drinking, James. That's like a hazy, like juicy
Yep.
IPA.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're going to make some good shit like that.
I hope so, yeah. I hope they can dial it in.
Dude, the
figure shit out.
craft scene's popping off, man. Like,
It's blowing up, dude.
fuck yeah.
I think Bud Light might be in trouble.
Have you guys ever thought about like trying to brew your own beer?
Like on a small scale or? Like,
Yeah, not like open up a store. I'm just talking about like for yourself.
I bought it. I
Have you
bought
ever
it.
thought about opening a beer store?
Corey's done it.
Yeah.
Have you?
I have.
Yeah, Corey's brewed.
Was it any good? I know Jesse tried when we were in college and it sucked, but imagine if you like put effort in it, it might actually turn out good.
So, like, usually the things I do, when I find a new hobby, I throw my whole life at it for at minimal 6 months, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Alright, so we got 3 months left on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, if I'm shitty at it, I stop. This podcast is way more promising than beer so far. So, my first beer turned out really good, and then, like, you don't really realize how much effort you have to put into it. And I got confident and tried a coffee beer. It was dog shit, man. Oh, it was so
I have
bad.
2 coffee beers in my fridge that'll be there till the day I die. They're so bad.
Really? Did
I
you
don't
make
know.
it?
No, I didn't make it, but whoever
Oh.
did shouldn't have.
Oh, shit.
They're really
Roasted.
bad.
I
You
was...
just need to acquire the taste, I think.
Next time I see you, I'll still have it. I'll bring you one. You'll be like, garbage.
Well, what's your beer tongue like, James? Like,
I was just telling Cody this earlier today. I used to hate IPAs. I remember telling Cody once. He's like, "You should try this IPA." I was like, "Oh, they taste like pennies. I hate them." And now, I love IPAs. They're really good. I don't know. It just kind of grew on me. But I can't like anything over like probably 7.5% alcohol. I can't handle. I don't. If it tastes like liquor, I don't like it.
okay, so you're kind of acquiring your taste right now, I feel.
Yeah, I can't do anything. Anything high in the alcohol level is not for me.
Yeah.
New kid on the block.
Dude,
Yeah.
get on the bucket. That's the
Whoa.
second time you use that.
Yeah. Well, welcome to craft beer, dude. The nation's kind of like leaning towards craft beer, so it's getting pretty
Welcome
exciting.
to the jungle.
Welcome to the fucking jungle, dude. What was your what was your first craft beer, James? Do you remember? Or like your first that you started getting into? Like that you didn't hate? Because mine was a pumpkin ale. And that was
yeah.
I started with... Well, Cody and I started our craft beer journey at the same time. We both kind of branched different ways. I
I think mine was probably pumpkin ale too. Now you think about it, like that's
Really?
the first like flavored off beer that you had that was after like because in college you're like Keystone, and then
Right.
pumpkin ale was like the first thing I remember that wasn't Keystone or like Natty.
Real quick, you're the only one that big into Keystone. He actually dressed up as Keith Stone.
I won major awards for that.
It was amazing.
That was pretty great. Yeah.
Cody was what? What were you? You were like the guy from Doug Funny.
Quailman. Quailman did, yeah.
Hey, Cody reprised
You were at that party too,
Quailman.
weren't you, Cody? Or Corey, you were at that party, weren't you?
Oh, that was my house.
Oh yeah, I thought so.
I was Daddy
Who are you
Warbucks.
dressed up as?
Daddy Warbucks.
I did not know who the fuck you were.
I don't know who that is.
It's okay.
Terrible costume.
So it was a joke. My ex-girlfriend was Annie, and I was Daddy Warbucks. So nobody caught on to it, but yeah, Annie fans will get it. Fuck.
Step one of a costume is make sure it's recognizable.
It was. Everybody knew who I was.
No, everybody knew who the Keystone guy was.
Everyone knew that. It was funny is James came to my place first, and he busted. He's like, "I'm Keystone," and in between when he picked up his case and when he busted my place, the cardboard got soggy. And as he busted my house, like the Kool-Aid Man, just cans of beer shot all over them.
Oh
It
shit!
did.
Because they busted through the cardboard.
It was not smooth.
No.
So he was
not
carrying out an
smooth.
empty box for the rest of the night. We
was
taped
lighter.
the box back together. Yeah, it's Keystone Light. Boom.
Shit, dude.
Hey, you guys got any recommendations on shows to watch or movies
Yeah, for sure, man.
that are streaming currently?
Currently streaming. So,
Anything currently streaming?
James, you got anything, brother?
Tell you, TV shows?
TV shows or movies?
Yeah, a TV show or a movie? Hey, put the mic a little bit closer to your face, by the way, Matt or James.
So for TV show or for a movie, I don't know if have you guys already done an episode on Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
No.
Dude, I don't know why, but that movie, I haven't laughed that hard at a movie in probably, I can't even remember the long time. That movie was so funny to me. I loved it. So that's my recommendation.
What's funny is I didn't like the second one that much until
Really?
I watched it a few
I didn't-
times.
I mean,
I watched it a few times now, and now I enjoy it more.
I liked the first one a little bit, but then, like, it wasn't memorable, but the second one, I literally laughed till I died.
They did
I
it.
always say literally because you're still here.
Yeah.
Reincarnated.
They did a few things with that movie. The first movie, so it does have like two different likes. Like I feel like James, you might have liked comedy heavier film, but the first one was strictly like superheroes. They sprinkled in jokes here and there, but that second one was Drax comedy heavy.
That's probably why I liked it. Oh God, that's probably why I liked it because it was like super. I don't know. I like that kind of comedy.
Yeah. What about you, Cody?
I was gonna say Disaster Artist or
Yes.
Superbad are on Amazon right now. I'm a big fan of Superbad. That was just a pretty great important comedy for me. Kind of on my back end of growing up.
Right.
Disaster Artist is the story about the worst movie ever made. James and Dave Franco really crush it. I think James Franco won a Golden Globe, right?
He won something, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a super highly sought after movie, and I was excited for it because he did some method acting, which Franco you don't really see him do anymore. Like I think he started
since he played Osborn and
that. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Spider-Man.
He did do a few movies that went under the radar. I'm a big Franco fan, so I try and keep up with his shit. He did a movie, I think it was, I don't know, but I think it's called Out of the Furnace, maybe. But yeah, this was great. I agree with you.
So what's your show?
My recommendation this week is Source Code. Fucking.
Oh my gosh, classic core technique. You might as well do Butterfly Effect.
Yeah. I recommend you guys don't watch the Butterfly Effect 2.
Oh shit!
Wait, there's a second one? I didn't even know there was a second one.
There's like three, right?
There's
What?
three of them. There's three of them.
I thought there was literally one. I was like, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
No, they still had more butterflies going on.
That's how I felt about Fast and the Furious. I'm like, Fast and the Furious 2, we should stop here, right? They're like, fuck it.
You just wait, man. They're gonna come out with like a 9 probably.
Oh, I guarantee they are. I asked the woman that I bought this off of, I said, could you make sure this money doesn't go towards the Fast and the Furious? I'm only watching this for the podcast.
Oh wait, is that the lady you were talking about in the last episode? Where you're like, or no, their miniseries where she like judged you when you wouldn't buy it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
No, dude. So I was talking to James about this earlier. I was at Universal Studios a little over a year ago, and they're building a park for
you told me that.
Fast franchise.
Oh my god.
So, dude, there's got to be at least 5
They must
more
be
movies
raking
like
it
that.
in then.
They are.
5 more. Well, yeah, dude, these movies make a fuck ton of money.
Cody,
This is like Universal's cash cow.
you explained it. Each production company has to have that one fucking cash cow. Maybe even 1 or 2. Transformers. And Fast.
Who owns Fast?
Everybody
then?
knows they sucks.
Universal owns this.
Yeah.
Universal owns them.
So, Fate of the Furious and Furious 7 made $1 billion
Oh!
Separately or together?
separately.
Oh my. That's a lot.
Dude,
It's a bit of money.
I'm telling you, man, they cashed in on that 7th movie. That was
did.
And I mean,
they cashed in. I call bullshit.
It was calculated, probably. I mean,
It was.
They are. Nobody's gonna say it, but I mean, it's probably like, oh, god, dang it, and then they
I'm not saying they assassinated Paul Walker, but I think they assassinated
conspiracy.
Paul Walker.
shit.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God, I don't want that.
Cut that out, Cody. Cut that out.
No, keep it, Cody.
I don't know
I stand by
what
it.
the budget was. I think they probably could have made more. They probably made $2 billion if they would have had Paul Walker in this, though.
I can't wait till the next. What'd you guys say?
I'm not sure what the gross was or what the budget was.
Cody, you realize $2 billion is fucking insane amount of money.
Well, $1 billion per movie. The last.
Oh,
So it says
okay.
$250 million for Fate of the Furious budget. So they made a profit of $750 million. You know, so you have advertising as well. So let's say they at least made $500 million, which I'm not sure how much. I know video games have pretty huge budgets for advertising. Say they spent $50 million on the budget. They made $700 million then. So.
Well, Drake's music video, God's Plan, he had a super high budget. And you know what he did with that? He bought a bunch of groceries for small neighborhoods, okay? What the fuck are you doing, Fast and Furious?
They're
making bank.
shitty movies. Sorry, so before we get this, I understand the audience of these movies. It's not for me.
It's us in high school.
But, yes.
Yeah.
But it's...
Windows tinted.
Dude, as they've gone through these movies, they've gone so far from where they started.
Oh yes.
I'm not sure what it's. I think it started with maybe the 4th or 5th one, where I got upset where they were using a safe as a wrecking ball, and they were blowing through buildings and just dragging along like it was ain't no goddamn thing.
It looked
2 Dodge Chargers. They had 2 Chargers with
It looked
pulling a
fucking
giant
cool.
safe.
I will say that.
It looks cool, but man, like, so I'm not sure entirely who these movies are for now. Just action flick guys, the people that enjoyed what's his name?
Expendables.
Yeah, is this for Expendable fans?
I don't know, man.
I don't
'Cause
know.
I love action flicks, but when something strays so far from like what is actually possible,
Yeah,
I can't
bothers
watch
me.
it.
It bothers me.
It does me too.
Dude, they're not even car drivers anymore. They are fucking superheroes.
That's what I told Cody. I was
So
like,
for context, let's put it. They were stealing DVD VCR combos in the first film.
yeah.
If you took this Goodwill, they wouldn't take them.
No, like
Yeah.
nobody has a
If you
VCR.
figure out where we were earlier, when we started with this,
Yeah, that's
that
true. Now they're stealing EMPs and fighting
Yeah.
off terrorists
Nuclear
and
fucking
shit.
weapons.
They
What
had
the
souped up Honda
fuck?
Civics to Lamborghinis and tanks.
Yeah.
that kid
Tanks!
Jesse, the blonde haired CGI computer genius kid named Jesse that drove the
The Asian kid?
Volkswagen.
Yeah, the
no,
Volkswagen.
the Volkswagen. He got killed because he raced the guy and didn't give him the pink slips to his car, and he got murdered for that.
Oh.
So if you think of that context of how small of an issue that is
Yeah.
on these new movies, like that poor kid, like fuck, man. And also,
I bet you
how much?
in real life he's
Fuck.
pretty pissed that he's not still in the movies because he was in the first one and now they're still making him tons of money.
how bad does
I bet
it
he's
suck?
pissed.
Oh, dude, could
Like,
you
he's
imagine?
probably-
Oh, God. Like
This
being
is
a
gonna be a
backup-
one-off. You're gonna die in it, but then like 8 movies later, he's like, I could have been rich.
Even the shitty guy, and the guy that was being mean to Paul Walker in the first movie because he wanted to date Dom's sister.
Yeah.
That guy
yeah,
even made it into the 4th or the 5th movie.
Yeah.
But he got killed off. So even he got a second film, but that was before like the reboot, because the second film was just Paul Walker and Tyrese, who I've always hated him as a character. And then you also had Ludacris, who does he even make music anymore? I don't know. The third one had which apparently was almost
you're being
almost
pretty
direct-to-video.
aggressive about my favorite characters here.
I was like, the third one had the kid from Friday Night Lights and the kid from what's that show? Home Improvement. One of the kids from Home Improvement was in the third one. Apparently, that one almost went direct to video. But the guy is
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No, it's I think it's the older brother, the eldest brother. In the TV show.
Yeah, that had Lil Bow Wow in it too.
He's in the third one. Oh my god, I forgot about that. So that guy in Friday Night Lights, he's like 32 years old playing a fucking high school student. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking buying it.
Hey, no homo, that guy was a heartthrob, okay? That country accent melted me like butter, baby.
So in the Fast and Furious universe, though, the third one takes place after like the 5th movie or the 6th movie, because so the last one was 7. So the last one.
How do you keep all this? straight?
No shit.
So the last one takes place. Fast and Furious 3 takes place between 6 and 7, because the last one we were introduced to Deckard Shaw, which is Jason Statham's character,
which is a badass.
And actually, he is the best one in this movie. So, all right, so we'll get into it now. We start out this movie. I like it. We got Cuba, we got cars, we got butts, and we got Diesel. So,
Diesel.
We got four great things. That's like our opening montage shot of this movie.
Which I'm sure Cuba does not look like that at all. I bet you can't find one single butt. Well, you probably find one butt like that, but not a whole group of butts.
Oh, dude, there's butts all over the place,
dude.
Some Cuban girls.
So something I learned about history is actually applicable at this moment right now.
There you go.
So
it's all about the butts.
Okay, one, Cuban women like to show their butts because in their culture, a tan ass is very sexy. And two, well, that's just true. That's not a stat. I mean, tan butts
just
are
take it to
fucking
the bank.
hot.
It's fair.
Yeah, you could write that down. But two, when Cuba and America halted their trade, Cuba's fucking car progress halted. That's why we see all these old ass cars.
Yep, 1959.
Right, and they got really good at repairing their cars. So you're gonna get a lot of racers over in Cuba, dude. So that is kind of cool that they did that.
Yeah, I liked it too. So it was historically accurate. We got a cousin that's in danger that we've never been introduced to.
Yeah, never even mentioned him.
Right?
He's shoehorned in.
It was
and
gross.
Also, like, why does Vin Diesel? He's not Cuban, is he?
Apparently he is.
He spent all of his time in L.A.
Is his girlfriend or whatever her name's supposed to be kind of Cuban? I don't know.
Letty? No, well, it's not her cousin.
Yeah,
that's true. It is his cousin,
right?
It's his cousin.
The fuck?
And they're like, "Hey, someone shows up there. Your cousin's in danger. Come help him out." And this guy's like, "Hey, you got to do the Cuban mile. You got to race me. We're gonna race for your nice Chevy Impala, and I've got the slowest car on the island. I'm gonna drive your piece of shitty car. It has a turbo though.
It does.
I thought was
and I looked it up. That car did not come with a turbo from the factory.
The car looks like dog shit.
You did research on that, James?
I did. That scene made me angry.
apparently, this guy's like, you know what? I got this shitty car.
It was a 1950 Chevrolet Fleetline. Is what the car was. That piece of crap one.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. It looked
not a race car.
Shit. So this is totally inaccurate that they did this, right? It's not fucking possible.
This whole scene is, I mean, this whole movie is fucking retarded. But
it gets
this
crazier.
scene is pretty fucking retarded. So, I mean, we have a grand race of the Cuban mile, which I don't know what the fuck that means because they go well over a mile.
Yeah. And I mean, did you guys, like, at the beginning when he's like, oh, you can't use my car to race him. He's got the fastest car on the island, and my car is the slowest on the island. And he's like, it doesn't matter what's under the hood. It matters who's behind the wheel. And I was like, it really does matter.
It kind of matters, yeah. Like, if you floor the car, one car will go faster no matter how hard you hit that.
I could put my dog in like a Veyron, as long as his tennis ball fell on the gas pedal, he's gonna beat me if I'm in a Hugo.
Oh shit, you're right, dude. What the fuck are you talking about, Vince?
Yeah.
The Vin Diesel.
Hey, you know it's all about the driver.
Yeah.
I got family. That's Stallone for some reason, but or that was Arnold.
They put
He was in it.
They put a pop tab on a vacuum.
Oh my god.
James looked this up, and it's the
what he
wastegate
did
is what it was.
So what he did is he put a pop can. You know, he attached a cord to the vacuum line of the wastegate. So what his idea was that he was going to pull the vacuum line off the wastegate, and then not let the wastegate know how much boost was being produced. So instead of, you know how a wastegate works is that as you increase boost, it lets exhaust gas out so you can't overboost your engine. So if you pull the vacuum line out, it doesn't know how much boost you're making. So it just lets the turbine spool up, and make an unlimited amount of boost, and eventually it would explode your motor. So that was his idea of the poor man's turbo, which didn't make any sense to me because he already had a turbo. So he was going to pull the vacuum line and just make super boost, but it drove me crazy because you can't just do that.
You don't think that was possible then?
No, I mean, it's possible, but it would explode your engine. Plus, when you can't just add boost because boost is just pushing air into your engine. So you have to also add fuel. So you have to have the car tuned to be over boosted. You can't just throw a bunch of air in there and think you're going to make extra power.
No shit. Well, fucking myth busted.
Plus, remember, I was telling Cody about this when we were on earlier. Do you remember Eric from Kenton?
Yes.
Can I say his last name?
He dated a blonde girl that was much younger than him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he had a GST Eclipse, which is super badass in high school, but it had an upgrade. The turbo was upgraded on it, and it had one day. Remember when he was driving around town one day and his wastegate seized up? That's exactly kind of what would happen if you pulled the vacuum line off. It blew the head off his motor like a pop can, just right off the top.
No shit. Well,
so basically, what this movie described, he did it. And his wastegate seized up, and his turbo overspooled and blew his motor to Kingdom Come into the Nether realm.
But he didn't finish a race in reverse, did he?
He didn't. He did not.
He wasn't racing Cubans, unfortunately.
It wasn't a Cuban mile.
So yeah, they put this pop top. The guy cheats too. Apparently, Vin Diesel can floor it harder.
He's trying to kill him.
This guy with the fastest car. The one dude launches his motorcycle right in front of Vin Diesel's car. It doesn't phase him, honestly. It slows him down a little bit.
He's like
a car with no doors,
like,
no fenders.
Shucks, that sucked. It would have fucking killed him.
Shucks.
So I mean, he makes the call to cheat, and then the car. Did the car light on fire when he pulled? No, the car was on fire long before that, right?
I thought it. It was on fire before he pulled his little poor man's turbo.
He pulls the cable at one point though, and the pop tab was just to like hold the vacuum on like very loosely. Doesn't make sense honestly, because if there's any pressure, I feel like that tube would have like just blown right off.
Well, he pulled the vacuum line off and he put it through the tab and then he pulled it and just stripped it off.
It was retarded, but
it was.
The car's not just on fire like a bit. The car is engulfed in fucking flames. And Vin Diesel's just like, fuck it, dude, I'm driving this. And like I feel like his hands would be like severely burnt. Somehow the car gets flipped into reverse, and he wins in reverse going 80 plus miles an hour.
Yeah,
because like it's a straightaway, so it's not like they're cruising going 40. It's like, oh, I'm gonna win this race going 40. You know, these are race cars.
Dude,
it's a race
yeah.
too.
One thing I noted
fucking
too
floored it.
is they were having, I don't know how long a Cuban mile is, but it seemed pretty long. But they were going through the entire city in an open wheel race car, basically on fire. Did they not run into one police officer? Like not one guy was like,
dude, there's no cops in Cuba.
Oh, dude, this is
not
Cuba.
even one.
No,
Cuba, dude. There's no cops.
Cuba, the land of the free,
dude.
That's
an everyday thing.
Cuba,
that's a fucking Tuesday.
Okay, well maybe that's. I guess that was factual.
So
the only factual thing in the movie.
So for some reason, going in reverse, he wins the race, but then oh no, his brakes don't work. I don't know why. For some reason the brakes quit working during the race. They just worked a second ago. The car was on fire, but brakes don't work. He jumps out of the car, does a roll, and keep in mind he's probably going 80 plus miles an hour. The car launches into the river.
Oh, dude.
He just kind of stands up, and all the kids kind of jump up and like, oh, hey, like, how you doing? Like, you made it, yeah. He's like, I fucking won that race. And then the asshole that was going to steal his brother's car, he's like, keep your car. Keep your car, man. Your respect's worth more to me.
Ugh.
And
yeah, even though I just tried to kill you with a motorcycle, but no big deal.
let's be real. This guy's an asshole. It seems he acknowledged how much of an asshole this guy. This guy's like a shady. This guy's basically a buy here, pay here thing, where he sells people cars that they can't afford.
The worst car on the island.
And then repounds those cars afterwards. So,
and
this is not a good.
Yeah, but now he's changed though.
Yeah, Vin Diesel changed him.
With lazy riding, it did make a difference later, but
yeah, I changed him.
But like even that scene where it flew into the river, it just because it was so unrealistic. Like they didn't even try to make it be like a possible distance it flew or how high. Because I estimate. So how high do you think the car flew? I estimated it probably flew 50 feet in the air.
Oh, I didn't quite pay attention to that.
Fucking super
dude,
high.
I paused it and I was like, okay, this dude looks like he's this tall. So if I stack this many dudes up, how high would it be? And I was like, it probably about 50 feet.
Oh,
and
shit.
then I was like, it probably flew, let's say 150 feet into the water from where it was. And like I was even at work, so I got on CAD and I was like, so that car probably launched at like an 80-degree angle. So I tried to like do all the math. I was like, could it even be done? And it cannot.
Dude, myth busted.
The car was going 400 miles an hour.
No, I even did the calculation. So if you wanted a car to fly 50 feet in the air and then a distance 150 feet, you'd have to launch at a 53-degree angle and have travel 48.45 miles an hour, which is way faster than you can go in reverse.
No shit. Well, there you have it, guys.
Yeah, don't try to drive your car in reverse.
Yeah, exactly. But we all know that it didn't fly. It flew off like I said. I estimate like 80-degree angle. So if you wanted to launch your car at 80 degrees and fly 150 feet, you'd have to be going 81 miles an hour, and you would have reached 212 feet in the air.
James,
that's like a skateboard half pipe.
Yeah, and that's assuming you don't lose any energy from hitting the wall, which we know is impossible.
So teach me a little something here. When in these movies they flip it and reverse it, like Lil Kim I think said.
No, meow, 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 meow.
Oh my god.
So when Vin Diesel put his thing down, flipped it and reversed it, what are the scientific shits behind that? Like, what when your car is in reverse, it's obviously not as powerful as it in drive. Like, what's going on?
Okay, even there.
You're like, what? How fast could you go? 10, 15 miles an hour?
Okay, so I did some research on that too, and I was like, okay, maybe they had some like exotic transmission I didn't know existed, so maybe they installed that in their Cuban car, and that's how they could go so fast. But the only thing I could ever find was you could maybe get a tractor with 2 reverse gears, and then the tractor could have a high and low range. So theoretically, you could have 4 reverse gears, but it's a tractor. It's not made for top speed. It's made for torque. So it's totally improbable. And normally, most of the time, your car's reverse gear is a higher gear range than your first gear. So basically, however fast you go in your car in first gear, you go a little slower than that in reverse, no matter what. So take your car out and go as fast as possible in first gear, and that's how fast your reverse gear could go.
No shit. Okay.
Yep.
And then,
but you also
most
think
likely you're not winning races.
But if you sneeze while going in reverse that fast, you're going to do like a donut. You can't. You ever drove really fast in reverse? It's terrifying.
Well, I've never been.
Also,
Vin Diesel.
the car was already on fire.
Yeah, it was on fire.
Yeah.
Totally ignore that.
Yeah, real quick. Apparently, fire doesn't mean anything in this series.
Not to Vin Diesel.
Yeah, just write that down. Fire doesn't matter here. So.
Oh, is that foreshadowing?
Oh, it's a little foreshadowing
for Vin Diesel. All right, so we get another bit of foreshadowing here where Letty is banging Vin, and she's like, it's like a really weird, awkward, forced conversation.
Even me and like my wife were like, that was weird, wasn't it?
It's like
yeah, it was
I
weird.
just thinking, like, I saw those kids all around you. I just thought you'd be a great dad to those 40 kids. I don't know. It's really dumb. It's forced.
Crazy. It was crazy.
The acting, like, the people acting in this movie aren't bad. For the most part, I don't think bad.
They've had enough practice.
This scene was like, was it rushed? But this is foreshadowing for the rest of the movie. This movie's dog shit. But then we get Dreads. we get Dreads Theron next.
Yeah, which is not working for me, baby.
My god!
I liked her better when she was playing Eileen Wuornos in Monster. Like, she was hotter.
Oh shit! Oh god!
You were hotter back then.
Person with dreadlocks though that looked good.
No. Not yet. The journey continues.
Sorry, white people.
Sorry, apologize.
Yeah.
But she gets attention to Dom by not making her car start, but she's been stalking him for weeks. I feel like she could have just not done that,
dude. Yeah.
She was like, hell, hey Dom, I found you. By the way, here's what's up. Did she have to do this whole stupid spiel where she's like, my car's not started. I hope he walks over.
Did
I
you
know where he's been, though, for the past 5
No
weeks.
shit.
Dude, so when he walked up, she was standing by the hood of it, right? But wasn't the car making like a sound like it was turning over? I didn't go back and watch it.
She pulled off like a fuel pump switch or something like that.
Yeah, but who was turning the car over if she was standing by the hood looking underneath it?
Oh, I guess I don't know. Yeah, was she?
Because I didn't go back and look, but I was like, wait a minute. I remember hearing the car trying to start sound, and then her just standing by the hood looking at it. I was like, well, who's in the car?
Was she by herself?
Starting it? I don't know. I didn't go back and look. I should have. But
I bet
like,
it was
wait a minute.
that Game of Thrones Trivago redhead.
Oh, dude, I have him put down later.
Yeah.
That little troll hunter.
So Vin gets blackmailed. She shows a video on his phone. We don't know what it is. And then we immediately get to The Rock. The Rock gives a motivational speech to his troops. And we find out it's actually a girls' soccer team. Which actually, I like this Hawaiian battle cry thing that they do.
Yeah.
You like that dance thing?
I did.
Yeah, I liked it.
I-
It's kind of a cool thing a little bit. This is like
I just put, what was that about? I didn't.
that's like a thing that
Shout out to The Rock, I think.
Hawaiian teams or other. I don't know. They did it during the the Olympics recently against the
Oh,
United
did
States
they?
team.
Well, maybe if I would have seen that, it would have made more sense. Because
I also saw like a really like hard like touching funeral where some guy committed suicide and they did it as like it's like screaming out like their emotions. So I thought it was kind of cool. It's like a neat thing to see.
now you made me feel like a dick.
Yeah,
little
well,
bit of
James, you're kind of an asshole. Note
God
that.
dang it!
So we have this military guy and he's like, hey, she stole a weapon mass destruction. Or she's going to steal one, and you're the only person that can save it. I don't think this whole time, is there not like a military in this universe where like there has to be better people
The Rock
than
is the
fucking
military.
Rock and a bunch of DVD VCR combo thieves.
Yeah,
What is going on?
we know
Is
you
there-
guys.
is there
You
no
guys
SEAL
used to tear it
Team
up in the
6
DVD
to
scene.
steal us? And why can't they contact? This is like Germany, right? Why can't they contact the German government? Like, hey, someone's about to steal your fucking EMP.
Honestly,
I don't know.
Cody, what you keep failing to realize is that was a combo. Okay? That means you can watch DVDs and VHS.
Oh yeah. Those
Oh,
are
Okay.
no.
super
There was a dude.
rare.
It's just the TV VCR combo is what it was.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's dog shit.
Yeah. It was only VCRs, I think. So
Yeah, that's absurd. Fuck that.
it was like the TVs with the built-in VCR at the bottom.
Okay, yeah, they were wasting their whole careers.
So then we cut to this heist thing, which I wonder if they filmed more of this heist, but they're like, we don't have time to include the whole heist. So they kind of did like a Mission Impossible 3 thing where we get to the last, because Mission Impossible 1 and 2 have these like grand, like storm the gates, break in, steal shit. And we had the scene in Mission Impossible 3 where we have to steal the thing called the rabbit foot. And we started out like 3/4 of the way through the mission. So they kind of
That was a cool choice.
They pulled that move. It was a nice cut.
It was a good
thought.
cut.
They had this wrecking ball though.
Oh
With the
my
winky
God.
face.
Yeah.
Oh, did it have winky face? I couldn't remember.
It did, dude. Okay, I rewatched this 3 times to catch what was happening, and
Oh shit!
I think Tyree, he was like pissed that there was a winky face on it. So I think like somebody like the other guy was like, "Gotcha." So I'm not sure what happened. Did he set this wrecking ball up to just spook his friends? Is that a thing?
Fuck if I don't, dude.
Is that what
How come
happened?
they could
I
all
don't know.
avoid it?
All I know
How
is
come they
it
could
knocked
avoid the
like
wrecking
60 cars out of the way, so it had to have like the mass of a neutron star.
Okay, right. So it did have a purpose, but still, like, what? How?
Also, too, how
much
come
did
no
you
one else
get?
could avoid it?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's huge and right there. Just
it's
no
got
one's going
a
around.
winky face on it, man.
Yeah.
Everyone in the front avoided it. And then how long is the chain on this? Because they're driving. Keep in mind, so just like in the first scene we have, they're driving. They're not driving fucking 35 miles an hour.
No.
They're probably flooring this bitch. So they're probably going like 90 miles an hour. We'll say at least.
At
They're
least.
not on a road, but let's say 90 miles an hour. They're driving towards it. It's swinging down at them. It passes all of them, blows through 40 cars, then swings by and catches up with. And it's not like the cars are going super slow
No.
behind them. They're going the same speed, so they're also going not. So this chain is probably like 3 miles long.
It loses.
Seems like
it
how
loses
long-
no momentum. Like
Exactly. Have you ever done
it
the
does
bowling
not-
ball thing in science class where you put it by your face and you let it go and it doesn't ever swing back to your face?
Yeah.
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 Not this one.
Yeah.
Not this one, dude.
Not this one, dude.
Dude, fuck physics, dude. This is fast and the goddamn furious, dude.
I mean, these cars are made out of paper that it's hitting. So.
And like the ones that it was blown away, like the guys that chased them, those weren't just like race cars. They had like armored vehicles.
Yeah, and those guys are just straight up murdered. And those are, I think, there's like German government citizens.
They're like nice
Those are-
people. They were just
those
protecting.
are military, yeah.
They were protecting
They were
an
nice
EMP.
So these guys have been straight up murdered.
The Rock
So,
should have
like,
went to jail. And
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're definitely the bad guys in this scene.
yeah.
Like, those guys were just doing their job.
When The Rock gets placed in jail, he's like, I got set up. Everybody should have been like, no, dude, you murdered so many people. There are people dead.
So Vin crashes into the Rock though, and then he said, you can stop right now and we'll be okay. And Vin doesn't say anything, but I feel like Vin could have said like, hey, I don't have a choice in this. He could have said something,
was-
right?
Whispered,
yeah.
like past a note or something. Come on.
Or
It would have mattered. It would have altered anything after this.
right.
So
He could have pulled an iRobot and like winked at him. Like
he could have said like, yeah, fuck, dude.
or
Like,
yeah,
get an
yeah, he could have
iRobot.
been like, hey, The Rock, I got some shit I gotta do. So
sorry, but I'm being blackmailed. You could have said blackmail.
yeah. He's like, yeah. I ran into this black male.
Wink,
Wink,
wink.
wink.
If you know what I mean.
I feel like The Rock will be like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. You're going to jail.
Yeah. You hurt me.
Like,
You
like-
betrayed family.
So yeah, maybe she's listening, but you could have been a little cryptic. Or you could have done something. Could have like wrote something in the dirt. I don't know. But he hops onto a plane, and this plane bothers me the whole movie.
Dude, he didn't just
Where-
hop into a plane. Okay, he drove into a plane. And the plane was, okay, what it was is it's a 787, like a fictional variant of it. And he just drove into the rear, like, cargo hatch, which doesn't exist in the plane, but I get it.
It's a modified version.
Yeah, it's a modified version. You can make one. But, you know,
This version, spoilers for
we have the
catching a little
budget.
bit ahead, but they have basically like a TV satellite dish on top of the plane
Yeah.
that cloaks it. But how about this? First off, this plane is just going in and out of airspace of different countries.
Oh,
throughout
but
the whole
it's
movie.
hides, remember?
How's that work
Dude,
though? No,
this
like do people
plane-
not have fucking? It's not cloaked. It's not invisible like a James Bond.
Bro, this
I wanna know
plane
how he even drove
stays
into
in
it to
the
begin
air.
with.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because, the landing speed of a 787 is 176 miles an hour. The top speed of a Demon is what they were driving is 199. So he had to turn onto the runway, get up to almost the max speed of his car, and let a plane land over top of him, lower a cargo door, get in it, and then be able to have the pilot spool up and take off where they all exploded.
And then too, I mean, also I was thinking about this, so this plane is in the air basically the entire movie.
Oh, yeah.
It has to refuel. So
It never stops.
Say you do-
It's always in
Say
the
you
air.
do an in-flight refuel, which is possible. Say the plane's modified for it. But then, do those planes also have cloaking devices? Like, we have fucking airspace for a reason. And the plane flies over New York. So, it's
Yeah,
not
who's
like...
refueling it? Like, is it like the United States? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
so do you have, like...
guys
Do
want
you
some
have,
gas?
do you have, like, a jet plane as well? Do you have, like, a F-15 or whatever, fucking flying up?
How many people?
People know...
How many people
should know
like-
about this plane.
How many people like dreaded Charlize Theron refueler too? Like,
Oh my
like
God.
what does she bring into the table?
All right, hey. We took a short break, but we cut it out so you didn't hear it.
Back in black, I fuck your dad.
I feel like you've said that before, haven't you?
I say that as much as I
Almost
can.
every break. I was going to say, I was like,
Almost
that sounds
every-
familiar.
Hey, I got a second. I got another beer.
Oh, I did too. I got to get the can. Shit.
I got Oddside. It's called Shady Nasties IPA with a sky to shine in. I don't know what that means, but
Sky to shining.
I'm gonna crack this bitch open.
That sounds cool as fuck.
Shit. Let's hope that picked up on the mic.
Oh, it
I'm
did.
Mike Jones.
2 chains,
shout
but I
out to
got
new-
me a few on.
Shout out to new listener EP. If
Who?
you're out there.
EP.
Not EP. EH. If you're out there. If you listen to this one.
Shout out to a new listener, friend from school, Shelby. Shout out. What's up, dog?
What up?
What
Without
new
me
beer do you
listeners.
have, Cody? I didn't hear because I was running around being dumb.
I've got Oddside Ales, I think is what's the brewery. It's a Shady Nasties IPA with a sky to shine in. Not sure what that means. It kind of tastes a little bit of lactose, which I'm actually not a fan of.
Lactose.
Yeah.
Are you intolerant?
No, but just not a fan of the style.
I got a Grand Armory Brewin' Wheezin' the Juice.
Wheezin'.
Juicy IPA. It's pretty good.
I'm giving a little
Weezer.
Wheezin'.
Weezer just had a their
Toto.
first. Yeah, they did a cover, and I think it's like their first big hit in a decade. They said,
Yeah. No shit.
which is sad that you have to do a cover, but Weezer was good. Weezer was one of the first bands I listened to when I started getting into music.
Hey, dude.
was,
Weezer. Everybody fucks with Weezer. Nobody's got a problem with them.
It was a hash pipe. It was.
Oh, how does that song go?
Yeah.
You got your problems. I got my hash pipe. Yeah, that's a fucking sick song. I've downloaded that right now.
It's a jam.
Fuck
It was
it.
that. It was Clint Eastwood from Gorillaz, which was like their debut shit.
I'm happy.
And
Feeling
I believe in
bad.
it. I believe in a thing called love from The Darkness. And I want to say there was like, which is a really pretty funny music video. You should check that one out too.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's my go-to karaoke song as well. And I feel like there's another song, but did not get to it. You guys have karaoke songs, by the way?
Yes, I do.
No,
I
0%
do.
chance.
Mine is, I have two karaoke songs. One is a song that I'm just good at singing. It's Whatever She's Got by David Nail. It's a little country, but it makes the women think that I'm a great guy, you know? It makes them want the body, you know? So I do that for the ladies. My real song, though, is Kiss from a Rose by Seal. It's a real crowd favorite.
Baby!
There used to be a great tower on the sea.
James, nothing?
No, I got
Karaoke
0,
songs?
nothing, dude. Nothing.
Man, you need to get your game up, dude.
I got
Hey, karaoke is the first step to getting over stage fright. I'm on phase
Is it?
2, yeah. Step 1, karaoke.
The best thing about karaoke is you realize no one is good at karaoke. So
Oh, yeah.
your best is as good or better.
I mean,
than
I've done
everyone else.
karaoke before, but it's only been at like a wedding after many, many beers.
The beers help. The beers help.
I've never done it like
Beers,
no beers, which if you have, then you're more man than me.
Ooh, I haven't done that yet either.
Oh, you haven't either? Cody?
No.
You?
No. I always
Cody,
need that.
Karaoke
have
at a
you?
wedding?
Have you done it with no beers?
Yeah, I think I've done it sober for sure.
I'm calling horse shit. We're doing the sober
Yeah, I don't believe it either.
sober karaoke tour 2018. Six
Next time I
pack and a
feel
movie.
It's gonna be huge.
It'll
We'll
be
do
huge.
next time in Philly. We'll do karaoke.
And then we're gonna get fucked up after because it'll be humiliating.
Hey, so to the movie, Kurt Russell.
Where were we on the movie?
Kurt Russell's in this movie. We had the plane scene.
Oh, we're just done with the stupid plane. Gotcha.
We're ranting.
Kurt
about
Russell's
the
in this
plane.
movie, which Kurt Russell's in the previous film. And then The Rock snaps a chain
Yes.
Yeah.
with his arm, like it's fucking like plastic.
This is my favorite scene.
It's like someone put toy handcuffs on him because you're just snapping through metal. Like,
Yeah, so it makes you know that he was just like, I'll let you handcuff me for now, but if you make me mad, I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
just break
so
him.
he was capable of that the whole time. That just shows how good of a character he is. He had the constraint to keep himself constrained.
Here's the first thing where I think The Rock is a demigod in this movie. He's playing the character from Moana.
Yeah.
Right? Oh yeah.
So it might be the same character. So we get introduced to Tormund from Game of Thrones. And then The Rock is working out in his gym. I think he's been there a day, and he's all right. Well,
Wait, you're
I
talking
guess
about in
I
his
better-
cell?
In his cell, yeah. He starts working out in his cell, and he rips a bench off the wall and
Yeah,
starts
dude.
curling. a
Okay, so
giant
It was so
concrete bench.
fucking
How much do you
cool.
think it weighed? How much do you
Step
think it
two,
weighed?
500 pounds.
Okay, so when I was seeing this, so when he broke his handcuffs, I was like, dude's pretty strong. But when he ripped a concrete bench off a concrete wall and just started curling it, this made me think that, everybody that The Rock punches from here on out, he probably killed. So the body count for The
Yeah.
Rock at the end of this movie
How's
was
he-
literally 1,000 people.
Yeah.
He should be shattering rib cages.
Yeah,
and
you can't just
blowing
punch somebody
up
if you're
hearts.
ripping concrete out of the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the Rock was probably the real bad guy in this whole movie.
So
Yeah, so I mean,
So
this
I
is
have
step two
a-
of him being a demigod.
Yeah.
So I have a little background on this.
You also rip benches out of walls.
I also rip
Okay,
benches.
so you guys didn't really know me when I was a kid, but like I got this ripped by. I was in jail after the Wright State incident, and there were a lot of benches in my cell. So
ripped them all out.
I ripped them all out. But so the reason why The Rock got introduced into the Fast world universe, if you could call it that, I call it the Fast shitty writing board. But the reason he's in this realm is because Vin Diesel posted on Facebook. He's like, "Hey, who do you want to see in my family?" And everybody's like, "Dude, The Rock would be kind of cool." And like that got the most likes, and the rest is history. Like that's
what
real.
do you guys think about The Rock?
That's
like
real.
I personally think he's pretty cool. I do too. I like him. I know a lot of people hate him.
You mean the highest paid actor?
Dude, I think he deserves it. He's a goddamn tree. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He gets bigger every movie he does.
Dude, you think he's on roids? You think he's on steroids?
Yes! Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes!
You can't get that big.
I don't
He
even
is
care.
a giant. Would you say it to his face?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
you just see him pull his bench out of the wall.
No, this is how I'd word it.
Honestly, he's such a nice guy. I don't want to insult him. I don't care if he.
I would smile.
I'd
and
like
look
him.
at
I think he's a
and I'm
great
like,
actor, and I know a lot of people hate him, but I think he's cool. And
Dude, he's cool
I like
as
every
fuck.
movie he's been in. Really,
How can you not like him?
He's a
he seems like the
badass.
most likable
Yeah,
guy.
gentle
so
giant
cool.
that could snap your neck.
He's on SNL all the time.
Is he? I've never seen him on SNL.
And he's the main reason our country has a codfish problem. He's eating it all, dude. He eats 8 to 60 pounds a day. He's like a goddamn killer whale.
I don't think I could eat 60 pounds of anything.
I'll do it right now. I don't give a shit.
You could do it right now. What are you going to eat? 60 pounds of what? Hot dogs?
Some grapes.
Oh, my God.
All right, so
I would die after the first pound. That's like a scientific thing. But
all right.
So he rips a bench out of the wall.
He rips a bench, but for some reason his
benches.
cell opens up. His cell opens up, and they send in a bunch of dudes to keep him in his cell. They send in probably 6 to 10 guys with full riot gear and tasers.
yes.
Jason Statham reaches through his, and he's supposed to be max security, but he for some reason has room that he can put like a chokehold in, where he can stick his arms out. He takes the taser, and for some reason, there is a sensor on top of his door that he can hit with the taser, and that will unlock every door.
I put that down
in the
too. I was like,
fucking prison.
how'd that get past design review? It's like, so
What a flaw.
what kind of max security prison that if you zap one thing, it's like,
Why
so
does he have
every door
windows in
opens?
his door in the first place?
That made no sense to me.
Both
I
of
mean,
you
we
guys
have-
have valid points.
We have prison riot scene going on, and then this is when Rock is truly a demigod. Also, he was in a car accident earlier.
He didn't
and
give
he
a
was completely-
fuck. It was a
his
90
truck
mile
rolled.
an hour crash.
Yeah, they weren't cruising at 45 again. They were.
No.
They were making their escape from the
They were
German
skeet-skeeting.
military. So,
Dude, roll up to the
he
scene
gets
with the
shot
trims.
with rubber bullets, and they're like, he says something about, "Oh, you shouldn't use rubber bullets. Big mistake." He gets shot probably at least 6 times.
And
Point
it
blank.
was- Oh, dude, it was fucking sick.
And they're just bouncing off his body.
dude,
Like,
that was bad.
he's
as
flexing the
fuck.
bullets off.
Yeah, I actually
no, but not.
I like
flexing on him.
I like this part. I'm like, if,
Not only
if
this-
you're gonna make an absurd movie, let The Rock do some crazy rampage, fucking crazy shit.
Not only this, but he headbutts a riot guy in the head while
With
the
a
guy's
helmet.
wearing a helmet, and he knocks him
Right?
out.
Yeah.
He knocks the guy with the helmet out.
What the fuck?
What is happening?
He probably
That's
gets
not how
4 run
helmets
for his
work.
money.
Dude, he honestly, that was
Hulk-
probably
Hulk
a
versus
cooler
The Rock?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know who wins now.
dude.
Yeah, The Rock versus Thor.
Yeah, you know what? They made this scene bad as fuck. But this is the single moment I said, they don't care. They don't even care. Are you fucking kidding me? A 3-minute
sir.
sequence where The Rock is just destroying armored guards? They lost their
And why
mind.
is he chasing Jason Statham? Because I thought he didn't care a minute ago before that.
And once
He says,
again,
like,
these are
"I'm
just
not gonna
guys
start
doing
you."
their job.
Right.
Yeah, these are
Still in
German
enemy.
And he just ripped a bench off the wall. So everybody he headbutts or punches, he killed them. They're dead.
And these are fathers. These are husbands.
These are
They're
fathers.
just punching in, doing their job at the guard work, and
getting
they're trying to
falcon
contain a
punched by The
riot.
Rock.
And The Rock. I mean, there's a scene where Jason Statham somehow jukes past, like, out this door. I'm not sure why he's chasing him, but he jukes past, and there's 3 guys, and then we cut to, like, down the hall, and those 3 guys get thrown
Yeah.
like across the like he's throwing bodies like it ain't no goddamn thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was dope too. One of them stabbed somebody in the heart, by the way. I don't remember which one.
Oh, that was cool because this guy's like, I waited a long time for this, and he goes up to stab the Rock, and the Rock said, "I'm gonna stab you."
Yeah, he stabs him in the fucking heart and kills him.
Honestly, if that guy would have stabbed the Rock, they probably would have bent the knife.
Yeah.
Based on the rubber bullets from before,
What we've
yes.
seen, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, why am I not expected to think that a knife can pierce the Rock?
How are you not dying?
And then Kurt Russell's out the door. He's like, "Oh, that took longer than I expected."
Yeah, so the government approved this whole action. It's like,
well, no, I don't think he's government. Is the thing.
what is he then?
He's like mercenary, I think.
I thought he was like some sort of. He was like part of the government, but he's like Black Ops.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But regardless, though, you got to think about the fact that so he planned on Jason Statham taking that taser and zapping the top of his cell. So he planned on a guy getting too close to Jason Statham's door. He planned on Jason Statham be like, "Oh, I'm gonna choke this guy, take his arm, zap this open up every door of the cell because some 14-year-old wrote the code for this."
Yeah,
no
by
shit.
and then I've got to plan on no one getting killed. Like, this guy came at the Rock with a fucking knife.
but that means he
Come
was
on
okay
now.
with the Rock just literally killing everybody on the way out.
Right, yeah.
So-
They made an executive decision. This was said in a fucking conference room, too. He was
Yeah.
like, "You guys think we should do this?" Everybody's like, "Yeah, light it up."
Light it up.
So, I mean, we get to the next scene. They've been rescued. They've been reunited with the rest of the team. And they're like, "Hey, this is Cypher from The Matrix."
Oh my god.
And she has dreads, and her identity gets erased every few seconds. I don't know what that means because, like, how much data do you get in a second? So, I don't know. I thought that was stupid. They're just trying to make her like she's hacker extreme #1. They knew Anonymous. They don't even fuck with her because they know she's so
Yeah,
scary.
Anonymous is like, nope, not us, dude.
And then they bring in Jason Statham and Deckard Shaw, and like, you blocked my brother, and my brother didn't want to follow him, so they made my brother do it. They have God's Eye. God's Eye is so. Did you watch the previous movie?
I did not.
I did.
All right. So God's Eye was made by the chick with the afro who she has a character in Game of Thrones.
They watered her
Oh, I
character
do.
down.
I thought she was. I
exponentially.
recognize her.
Huh?
I thought I recognized her. Now I do. She was like one
Yeah,
of the
that's what
prostitutes.
she's
One,
from, yeah.
one of like the whores or something.
No, she's not a horse.
Oh no! She was the translator.
She's the translator. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, without giving anything away, she's the translator in Game of Thrones.
Spoilers.
She she made a program called God's Eye that accesses every camera and microphone in the world instantaneously with full HD.
Sounds illegal.
Sounds impossible.
Good luck trying to hack my phone. Like, and also this came out a couple years ago when she made it. In the previous movie, they have it on a tablet trying to hack or trying to follow Deckard Shaw, Jason Statham's character. And they follow him into a warehouse, and he steals the tablet, and they didn't back it up. So that was their only copy of it.
Very,
no one thought
very
to make
Star
no
Wars
one thought to make a
move.
no one thought to put it on a fucking flash drive and like shove it in their locker. So
Why would you do that with the
And-
most sensitive thing you've ever created? Why would you? Why would you make a plan B? That's crazy.
why not, Corey? Because it happens here in 2 minutes.
Oh
because
shit!
they use God's Eye. They use God's Eye to try to hack that or find out where Vin Diesel's at. He's all over the world, but then they type real fast and they figure out where he's at. And they're like, well, that's crazy because that's right here at this building. And lo and behold, fucking 3 people bust in. It's Charlize Theron, Vin Diesel, and maybe like one other cat, maybe. I'm not sure. It might have been just them two.
No,
who
it's
took
No,
it.
it's just them
it's
two.
that Tro fucker.
It was the
Torment.
Dreadlocks and Vin.
She's there. Yeah, so 3 people take out this entire mercenary group. And they also take God's Eye, and that's their only copy. So, once again,
They made the same mistake.
put on make a backup. That's what they teach you all the time.
And this is another instance where we see Vin Diesel totally immersed in this character that nobody asked him to play. He rolls up. He's like, family. Like he's like doing his like dark shroud thing. It was so gross. He kept.
I feel like
he kept saying family, but did you mean it, Vin? Because you're being a real dick.
I feel like it was obvious that he was blackmailed.
It felt
like
it felt like he was brainwashed, though.
If you knew who he was, though, they talk about how great they knew then, like, he wouldn't do this. Well, I watched the fucking trailer and I knew he was brainwashed before this movie ever came out.
Well, I thought it was a
not brainwashed. He was blackmailed.
Yeah, I thought it was a genuine hypnotism. That's how hardcore he's playing his role. I can't be the only one that feels that way.
I mean, he's playing it like a robot psychopath.
Like a snap the fingers and
like
do it, you know? It's weird.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Charlize makes out with them real quick.
That was weird. Did you guys think that was weird?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah, like
I thought that was
of
weird.
course.
Hey, we got like a fucking time constraint here. Let's not spend 10 seconds on a kiss.
Yeah. They had to do it right in front of that one lady, dude. You had to make the point.
So we find out the girl from 3 or 4 fucking movies ago that I think she used to hang out with The Rock, maybe. She had a kid and it was Dom's, and that's his blackmail.
What movie was she from? Because I don't remember seeing her at all.
I never
it might
met
be a
her.
movie I didn't watch.
I've never met her.
She might have been 2 movies ago.
So
yeah, I don't remember her then. Because I don't remember seeing her at all.
My problem
Fast
is
of the Sixth Fate.
he was with
that the title?
His chick the whole time. Right?
No.
Oh, she got brainwashed.
She was dead in one season.
They killed Letty.
Oh my god.
And then they brought her back. They're like, "Oh, you weren't really dead, JK."
She wasn't dead, but she was brainwashed in the 2 movies ago she was brainwashed.
Of course she was, yeah.
And they brought her back at the very end.
Everything's
I'm not sure if she
possible
has
in the
memories
Fast and Furious universe.
But
it's crazy.
I don't know if she has some memories back, but we have Letty 2.0. So we have this girl who worked with The Rock, I think is what she's from. I don't remember now, but she had a kid with Vin. She said, I was going to show you the kid, Vin, after you got back from your honeymoon with Letty. And by the time you came back, though, they already kidnapped me.
I feel like if you get a kid with somebody, that you at least send a text message. You don't just wait until they come back.
Wait, that's a grown person at this point.
Yeah, you got at least a phone call, a text message, something. Like, hey, baby here.
That kid had like his favorite food already. Like he knows.
She had 9 months to let him know.
And he knows the word dada, which is a mild spoiler. But the thing is, he doesn't know it is Vin Diesel. So when he's saying dada, he's just talking about the guy his mom was fucking before future events.
So Vince hangs across there. He's like, "You want the old Dom? You got the old Dom now."
Family.
And then we get to a New York super garage, which I thought was pretty crazy. So this garage is, can we all agree, infinitely large?
Yeah, it didn't end. It went forever.
It doesn't end. Yeah. There's no vanishing point on this garage. It's insane. And this is in New York, so like, is this a $6 billion garage?
And maybe it's underground. I don't know, because I feel like real estate is a pretty penny in New York.
Yeah, what is going on there? So, like, we got all these like fast cars for you guys to pick from. Just pick whatever the fuck you want. No matter, like, we're not gonna restrict you. And we have a tank, but I mean, you can't use that for this super viable mission.
I like how they pick cars.
You have to use a Corvette. You have to use like a fucking 63
they're like,
Corvette.
pick a car for this crazy top secret mission in like Russia, and they're all like, "I'll take the Lambo." It's like, pick something that makes sense.
No, yeah. Why'd you pick something with 4-wheel drive?
Yeah,
they all start thinking with their dicks. They like start rubbing their hands together. Like, no, there's a mission. Your best friend is being blackmailed. Take the thing with the gun mounted Civic, a Jeep Civic, because apparently that's a thing.
Oh, you went the Lambo? Did you forget that we're trying to stop people from getting nuclear weapons?
Yeah,
yeah. How about you not pick the Lambo and pick like a Jeep?
We're not going to a car show.
Oh, yeah, this should be like light incognito, right? At least.
So we get to the scene where we find out what they're doing is hold on. So before we get too far, Dom hides from cameras perfectly, and they're like, reflect it off a mirror. They're pulling some like CSI Miami shit where like, I don't give a shit if there's no cameras. Bounce it off any reflective surface you got.
Enhance.
To try to find it.
Enhance
from its. I've worked with security cameras before, and they're dog shit.
Yeah, especially one on like an ATM machine that they used. That'd be like a 480p.
And they
max.
don't work. They don't work fat. They're not even connected to the internet half the time. They're recording to like their own like drives. So the fact that you can just hack everything, that's why God's Eye is such bullshit.
But they stole that from a Shia LaBeouf movie too. That's based on Eagle Eye. It even has
Eagle
the
Eye?
same
Oh,
name.
shit.
Almost.
So we found out Deckard Shaw though has the highest military ranking that the British Army will give you
Award.
because of some sort of bullshit.
Yeah, he got
did.
awarded
With
some
honors.
top honors.
Yeah.
Now, in the last movie that he's in, so his brother was 2 movies ago, and he was in the last movie. So 2 movies ago, his brother was driving a Formula One car with a ramp on it, and just ramping cars left and right. The movie before this, the very opening scene, he goes to a hospital, and it looks like he murders probably at least 20 armed guards with riot gear and like tactical shotguns. Like they're running fucking Spaz 12s or whatever from Call of Duty that we used to use. He takes out all these guys to talk to his brother who is in a coma. His brother can't even talk. And then when he leaves, the hospital's on fucking fire. So he killed at least 20 guys to talk to his brother in a coma. But we find out in the scene that, he was blackmailed and he was forced to do it. No, you're a fucking murderer.
Wait, was this in the previous movie?
This is the previous movie.
Oh my god!
So did you forget that he like murdered all these fucking innocent people?
Why are we so okay with it? That's what I thought. I was like,
I was blackmailed.
Yeah.
Your brother didn't give you any info. You were in a coma.
My memory was erased.
You knew he was in a coma.
He was in a coma. I was blackmailed.
I'm convinced that everybody in the Fast and the Furious is just the bad guy. They're all the villain. And we're just
They are.
We don't know.
Everything is wrong.
So we find out shit goes down. We have this Carmageddon scene where every car can be controlled instantaneously. And any car can be tracked onto one single point.
Did you notice that every car that they hacked was like a car that, like for one of the cars, like they hacked a whole bunch of taxi cabs. Those are Crown Victorias. When's the last time you've seen a Crown Victoria with like an auto drive system?
Yeah, it's true.
They're just hacking
it was like
them.
it was a Dodge fucking Caravan.
Bro,
also, this movie came out last year. I mean, we have what? Tesla is the only car on the road that will auto drive like that.
My Jeep has
Close to?
auto assist drive, and my Jeep was actually one of the models that was hacked, that somebody like hacked into it and like took over the steering, and the guy that was driving was just like, oh no, just pushed back the other way.
Your car could take a 90-degree turn.
No, it didn't
with
floor and
60
just like
cars
just
beside
fly
it.
off a parking garage.
But what bothered me was they all turned, but not simultaneously. Like the cars behind the first turning car waited their turn to turn. You know how intense like that computer system had to be?
Yeah. You couldn't just be like turn and they all just turn into buildings. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying. Like
you
they
know
all
what I'm
like
saying?
followed a path.
It was a snake.
Not only that, they were hacking like Priuses and stuff that didn't even have GPS.
And it was instantly, this fucking Prius is from like 2010. They did not have the technology.
Right.
These were like autopilot Teslas.
So, I mean, sure, we'll get past that. We have cars falling from the fucking sky.
That part was cool because
it was kind of cool.
They could have did just that.
Also,
though. Like that right there would have been enough.
That would have been fine.
Yeah,
I would have thought
right there.
that.
Yeah, I would have been alright with just that one.
I would have went down on that. I would have.
Oh, you hacked the car to do a 90-degree turn and floor the accelerator?
Yep. Okay, I'm okay with just like they hack them and let them fly out of the garage.
Right.
Not like the whole city driving.
You created artificial intelligence at this point. What do you do?
Nope. You block a car and that has a nuclear football. Vin Diesel shows up with a cool looking mask and saw. Looks pretty cool with this. This could be like a Halloween costume.
Double saw blade.
Double saw blade, diamond tip. I'm gonna cut into this car, and what is it? He can't cut into the car, so he threatens him with a flare into the gas tank.
Yeah, which wouldn't explode it, just so you know.
So they give him the football. It's a nuclear football is what it is, nuclear codes, and so he starts trying to escape.
And they gave that up really easy. Like those are nuclear codes, and all he's like, I'm gonna put this in your gas tank. Like, oh, take it, we're done.
Please. They start driving through like the farmer's market, chasing Dom. They're zero. Somehow no one gets killed, but they're driving like literally like under like awnings that you would put in your backyard for a cookout. They're driving through that shit. They're hitting people's loot purses.
Yeah, there were enough people in the way that they had to CGI these scenes because a stunt driver plus stunt men could have never pulled that off. Way too close and way too fast. It was all CGI. It had to be.
Yeah, so it's dumb. We have Dom gets shot with harpoons with their cars, and he is pulling 2 cars. He's still driving with 2 cars dragged to him. So I don't know what a fucking car weighs, average weight, but he's driving his car with 2 cars hitting their fucking brakes, and he's just, like it ain't no goddamn thing. He's got so much power, so much horsepower.
No, they said it. He had. Oh, this car has to have like 5,000 horsepower. Like, really? Like they just threw out that number?
Yeah, like a Toyota Supra that was drag race has a little over 1,000, right?
Toyota Supra, yeah.
Like a Supra for drag racing though, a little over 1,000 horsepower. So I don't know what.
Like, okay, so
Or
like
was-
a
was
top
that the
fuel
collective
dragster
horsepower?
has between 8,500 and 10,000 horsepower, but that's a top fuel dragster that goes like 0 to 300 and something in like 3 seconds. Not some Plymouth GTX that he just souped up in his backyard.
Yeah. I don't.
But it was a
fucking
cool
know.
car.
It was cool looking.
I didn't even know the Plymouth GTX. I had to look that up. I didn't even know what that was.
Everyone shoots their spears into Dom's car. They have a bukkake going on basically,
Yep.
where it's one car with 5 cars around it, and he blows off the Bentley. For some reason, has it mounted on top of the roof of his car, which I feel like would have just ripped the top of the. That just would have ripped out, right?
Yeah. Instead, it flips the whole car over. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
His car gets flipped over. He blows the doors off, and then he drives away. And 2 cars on his side, I think, smash into each other and flip. So he flips 60 cars in the scene, and just kind of drives away. I think.
And like the only way he got harpooned, and he's like, oh, to get out of it, he just floored it and just did a burnout. Like, that doesn't make I don't get it. Like, I don't make sense.
he had ejector doors.
Yeah, I mean, if you start burning out, then you don't have any traction. I don't get it. And he's just like, oh, just do burnouts till we get away. Shit starts flipping over.
Corey Sawyer.
Yeah, my dog was having a bad dream, so I had to. He was making. You're gonna hear it on the audio track. He was having some weird dreams.
I heard something really loud earlier.
Yeah, I heard like a big feedback.
He
I
always
thought it was
goes.
somebody's
he
mic.
goes,
I thought it was just.
Oh,
me.
that
I
was
like,
it? Was I thought it was a big feedback on your mic.
No,
That was your
he
dog.
was having a bad dream. I had to get him out.
He was
of
like scoop, scoopity poop,
My dog's just chilling.
scoop, scoopity poop.
All right,
Alright,
dude.
cool.
Where are we? I did get sidetracked a little bit.
We're talking about the 5,000 horsepower car flipping Bentley's over.
All right, so the cars flip over. Letty chases Dom. She almost catches the football, she has the football at one point. She gets caught. Dom doesn't kill her, and then Tormund shows up, and then they're back on the plane. And because Dom didn't kill Letty, his lover. I mean, they all know that's his love of his life.
Yeah, he's obviously
kill
gonna he's going to protect her.
Yeah, they kill the mother of his child because of that.
Yeah, they
So,
took
I
it
feel
to
like
the next
that was
level.
like expected. Like
Right.
you knew what was gonna happen.
Hey, that
So,
scene right there, pretty good acted scene. Good work, Vin Diesel, Charlize Theron. Not sure why you're in this fucking movie. You're a good
Oh my
actor.
God.
What are you doing?
She's good. She's not good in this movie.
Right? Like, what are you doing, Charlize? But were we supposed to feel sympathy for when they killed his wife? Because she means nothing to me right now.
It's lazy because we never got a background really. We had it for one movie.
Like
right?
people like me that didn't watch the other ones, I had no idea who she was. It was like
Yeah.
some lady he had
I
sex
watched the
with and had
movies
a
and I
baby.
hardly knew who she was.
And they did this in Mission Impossible, the later Ghost Protocol, I think.
I haven't seen the last one. So don't.
I
spoil
don't.
that
Yeah,
one.
I don't think I am. Well, they do something exactly like this. They expect you to watch a movie that was made significantly farther back. That's not how you make a blockbuster, man. You got to cater to your newer fans, you know.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird move. Weird move.
Where we have. Oh, so I was wondering, how valuable are nuclear codes after they've been stolen?
I think they just change them. I mean,
Could you just be like, hey, just a heads up, no one launched any nukes?
but you need the keys too. Like there's physical keys that have to be put into physical locks and turned to shoot off nukes. I mean, and maybe not in the Fast and Furious universe, but
So
All
I mean,
you need
later
is
for
a
this movie,
blonde hacker and the codes. That's all you need.
because they steal a submarine. I'm imagining maybe the keys are on the sub.
yeah, but the keys are kept in a safe. So you have to get the code to the combination to the safe,
Is the safe on the safe's on the sub though? If they have the sub,
Yeah, normally
I mean,
normally there's a
they
safe that has the launch keys in it, which are 2 keys. So you have to have the safe. You get the code from whoever the president, whoever calls you, and then you open the safe, and then 2 people get the keys, and then they have to be put into 2 locks and turned, and then.
I feel like the safe isn't shit though right now because.
How do you know all that, James? That's pretty interesting.
Because I googled it.
Oh, cool.
Well, I was thinking that, like, if you can hack all this shit, like, the safe is probably like the least of our problems.
I guess
you're gonna.
I mean, you had that double-bladed saw. You could probably cut through it.
Back in Fast 5,
Yeah,
we used a safe for a fucking wrecking ball. We're over safes.
Yeah,
Safes don't mean shit.
safes are stupid.
So, once again, airplanes. How do you land a plane in New York and pick up Dom and Tormon? I don't know.
That pissed me off.
So then we're in Russia,
crazy.
and we have. So they're like, all right, they're going to Russia to steal a sub from. I think so. They said it was separatist, right? From
Yeah, it was like what was the?
What did they say here exactly? Because I was kind of skipping through.
It's Russian. They're the Russian militants. Oh, I don't know. You remember when the plane got shot down and they said it was Russian separatists that did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, they're like Russian backed, kind of, but Russia says not really. But we know that Russia's giving them weapons, kind of like that.
And so
it's
they just have
area.
a nuclear bomb?
What?
Like, I feel like no separatist group or rebel group is going to be ever trusted with a bomb or given a bomb or knowingly be allowed to have a bomb. Like, say it was like the fall from the Soviet Union. You're like, no, you can't fucking have that.
Oh, like a nuclear sub? You can't just like have that in dry dock.
We're going to take that. Yeah, you can't have that.
Or at least you can maybe have the sub that's broken, but you can't have the warheads in it.
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
no warheads.
So we have this scene though with they're spying on the base with this rock. They're on a rock and all the vehicles are behind them, and it's bad CGI. It looks fake. It looks honestly like they're on a green screen. I guarantee, with the fucking like poly. What's
I don't even remember that scene.
Yeah, I
must have been taking mad notes.
They're all spying on the base on this rock, and it's probably like a epoxy fiberglass rock that they made.
Couldn't they find a real rock?
I mean, they could have gone to a cool climate and fucking filmed
We have
this,
no
but
rocks.
They had the Rock Johnson. They couldn't
Yeah,
find
they should
a
have used
real
the actual rock.
Yeah.
behind him.
Lay down, Rock.
So we find out though the EMP is for the base. They blow out every defense of the base. He busts in. We have a guy,
But that was also something stupid because that's not how EMPs. I mean, you don't see shockwaves from EMPs.
That's how it works in this goddamn.
No, it's stupid. I don't like it.
It's a blue wave. Here's one of my favorite parts of this movie is that when the hacker people that are on the plane, Charlize Theron, where they're getting ready to hack the submarine.
Yeah,
one of the guys
one's a blonde Asian, by the way. He looked pretty.
One of the guys is using a trackball mouse, which I like.
Yeah,
I thought that
they're
was
making a comeback, dude.
That was a bold choice.
Logitech is like still making them.
Well, and they wanted you to know that too. They zoomed in on his hand. They're like, "Yeah, this is so legit. Check this out."
This is how skilled he is.
So then we find out that he drives underneath the submarine. He recharges the EMPs again, blows up a helicopter basically, and he resets the computers for the submarine. This is their grand plan. They stole the nuke codes, they stole the EMP, and now they're going to hack the submarine.
Couple things wrong with that. Couple things wrong with that though. Like one, you know how the military knows that EMPs exist. So how they protect their electronics from EMPs? Faraday cages. You know what a submarine basically is? It's a giant Faraday cage. So how would you hack a submarine?
Well,
I mean, how would you EMP it and kill it? And even if you could, this submarine was okay. I looked it up. Let me find it. That's what
I was thinking. Is this like a Cold War era?
No.
submarine?
Okay. This.
Yeah. I like these facts here. I would have never even thought about this shit.
So the submarine, I think it was a Typhoon class, is what they think it was. What it looked like from everything I could read, and that was made in like the 70s and 80s. So how many
you cannot hack
computers does it have in it? And not only when you EMP something, you don't just turn it off, you destroy it. It overloads all the circuits in the circuit board and just fries it. So there's no coming back.
You got to auto rebuild in this.
It's like if you want to hack it, you have to EMP it, then you get to put all new PCBs in, and you're like, okay, now go hack it, we're good.
No, dude, that's a Call of Duty, like a Battlefield kind of move. It's like a
for
power
sure,
up.
yeah.
And they're like,
EMP ready.
yeah, time is 60 seconds. Like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, right there. It was a Typhoon-class submarine that was built from 1976 to 1986. How many computers were going on in 86?
Fuck, dude.
One.
Radio Shack was selling computers.
Radio Shack was around, yeah.
Oh, and not to mention, so they hack a sub. We'll ignore that. So they blow up all the circuitry and they can reboot it. It's a nuclear submarine. You don't just turn a key and just take off, especially if it's been sitting in dry dock for how many years? You don't just power up a nuclear reactor and be like, we're taking off. See you guys later.
They kept it in really great shape just in case.
I guess those separatists with their huge budgets.
Hey, we're back from a short break.
Oh, shit.
No, you're good. You're good.
We cut that break out, though.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Sorry.
Michelle Rodriguez is beating up a giant man.
Oh, dude.
Looks like Tate Fletcher.
I have a note here that says, every man that's ever fought a woman in a movie always loses by a nut shot.
And also, yeah, like...
You would see that coming, don't you think?
First off, too, all right.
It's like
I
a
don't
God
give
of
shit,
War
like,
game. That's like their weak spot. It's
is
like
a giant-
highlights on their fucking nuts.
This is a giant man.
Critical hit.
And, like, unless she's... first off, she was brain dead for a year or whatever. She's not a... Although she did beat... who's the UFC girl that got her ass beat
Rousey.
recently?
Yeah, Rousey.
Yeah, she beat Ronda Rousey in 2 movies before this.
Wait, Ronda Rousey was in a Fast and Furious movie?
Ronda Rousey is
Dude,
a
they're
Fast
just
and Furious
dragging
movie
the bottom
where
of the
they
barrel.
where they jump.
No,
They're in
this was
Dubai.
back
They
when
jump
Rousey...
from one shit.
This was back when
When
she
she-
was
when she
running
was
the
hot?
universe. Yeah.
Yeah, she was top dog.
What does she do now that she got kicked a
She's
whole
in
bunch in the face?
WWE.
Right? I just found that out too.
Wait, no, you're supposed to go from WWE to movies, not movies at WWE. Did she not talk to The Rock at all?
No, Ronda Rousey with UFC to movies.
She's been
to
talking
WWE.
to John Cena. She pulled a John Cena. She's just
Cena,
trying
yeah.
to get eyes on the WWE now.
That's weird, man.
It's a weird move. It really is.
She went from real... I don't... What, can I get to each her own, I guess? I don't
Oh,
know.
hey, so we have another dub scene where Dom is being chased through the warehouse after launching his EMP, and he jumps off a sand ramp, hooks his car onto a chain hook, and as he drives off the ramp with the hook attached to his car now, that pulls down a giant metal I-beam and drops onto the 4 cars behind him. It's like, how did he know?
I did not see that. I don't remember seeing that, but that sounds stupid.
How did he know that was going to happen? Like, first off, he had to know, okay, here's a ramp. What happens if I hit that ramp? I don't know. I might ramp off. I'm not sure if I can ramp sand. Okay, well, I'm going to try it. Oh, shit, there's a hook. I wonder what happens if I hit that hook. Maybe it's attached to a fucking beam where if I pull this hook, it will drop this beam onto all these cars. Fuck it. Let's try it out.
I feel like that's a lot of, like, you got a lot of hopes and dreams that you just have to have, right?
Yeah, so... and then we have a fantastic hack-off where Charlize is hacking against the girl from Game of Thrones, and they're hacking back and forth. She's hacking her. Oh, now you're pissing me off a little bit. I'm hacking you back.
Hack attack, dude.
It's bad. It's bad writing. I'm not sure.
I didn't like it either. It didn't make any... It was stupid.
It's gross.
It is gross. Ugh. Feels like a Die Hard movie.
Letty kicks that dude into the propeller of the sub, and the Rock shows up. He's like, ugh, nasty. I thought it was a little bit funny. A little bit of comedic relief.
A little bit of a laugh.
We needed the relief.
Then they're just ripping out chips from the sub, like no matter what. Oh, I found out the one dude is Clint Eastwood's son.
Oh, Jeffy Eastwood.
Jeffy Eastwood. I guarantee he is replacing Paul Walker as this character.
I hope.
Because they put him in a car and he was driving with the rest of the squad. He'll probably become like some sort of new leader, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god. Apparently Tyree was supposed to take Vin Diesel's position when he left the series.
Tyree.
Is that his name? Tyree or the
Tyrese?
Tyrese. Apparently, he was supposed to be the new Vin, like the new top dog, and then Vin Diesel came back and he got downgraded.
Could you imagine a Fast and Furious without Vin Diesel in it?
Well, he didn't do the first or the second, third, No, he played a cameo in the third one.
Oh,
and then he was back in the
little
fourth.
fun fact for you guys. He didn't get paid for that cameo. He just said, "Listen, don't pay me. Give me the rights to Chronicles of Riddick. I'm gonna make the third one. We're gonna make it badass."
No shit.
Yeah, pretty cool move. Vin Diesel has a lot of say in like the direction of the movies he's in, especially Fast and the Furious.
He's never. This is like the only successful thing he's like really done, right?
Yeah, I mean, he did some other popular movies. Like, what is that one you're just talking about? The
Riddick.
the one where he had the goofy eyes.
the
You could see
pacifier?
the aliens.
Yeah.
Riddick wasn't really successful.
I know the
third
first one was all right though.
The third one did okay too.
I didn't like the second one, but I don't think I've ever seen the third one. I actually didn't know there was a third one, but I liked the first one all right.
I think
He's the voice of Groot. He
which
voiced Groot. He voiced.
Oh, does he
Iron
voice
Giant.
Groot? I didn't know that.
He's the voice of Groot. Yeah.
yeah, he's the Iron Giant too.
He also plays World of Warcraft, and he has a
Dungeons and Dragons.
running D&D group.
Yeah.
Sounds like a winner in my books.
Dude, he just knows how to make money. That's all he's doing right now. Fuck it.
Money, 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 money.
He's a good guy. Yeah, I like it.
He's not bad at acting either.
Let's so get back in the movie. They're driving on snow. They planned on driving on snow and
Yes!
ice him, right? Why did they not have spiky tires?
And why did the dude pick a Lamborghini? He's like, we're going to the Russia frozen tundra. Pick any car in this stupid building you want.
Give me a
And the
real
dude
drive.
picks the orange Lambo. Like the guy that picks the tank, the ripsaw. That makes sense. But everybody else, stupid.
Nobody.
We
that was The Rock that picked that, I think.
No,
No, the one black guy picked the
Lucas
ripsaw.
drives the tank
okay.
because The Rock is driving, I think, like a GMC or a Dodge Ram truck. with
Yes,
a-
yeah. At least that
with
works
like
a little bit.
wedge. He's got like a wedge plow, and he's just blowing people away.
Yeah,
I'm not sure he'd have that much force on ice, but
he would not.
I don't think he would.
Because the trucks he was running into were armored vehicles.
With higher tread count than his.
Exactly. We were running them over with Dodge Rams.
So Roman's Lamborghini gets sunken under ice.
Well, you got also they had that chase scene across the lake. The Russian guys are like shooting at him with the one dude had an anti-aircraft gun mounted to the top of his car with 30 millimeter rounds just bouncing off this Lamborghini. Like, dude, what are you talking about? That's
What
like
are we doing?
Yeah.
How are they hitting a Lamborghini?
And
that
how
was
is
that
it not
close
just
to-
killing it? That's like if I threw a roll of quarters at you and you blocked with a tissue.
Well, also, how can an anti-air shoot a vehicle that is 100 yards in front of them?
Yeah, I mean it's just a 30 millimeter cannon.
But could you aim it and lock on to a vehicle?
No,
that
it doesn't.
is doing
It's not like that kind of cannon. It's not like a rocket launcher. It's just a machine gun, basically, just an anti-aircraft gun because it shoots 30 millimeter rounds, which is humongous, meant to kill planes.
I didn't know if it was something that could shoot that close of range.
Yeah, it's just a gun.
Semi-accurately at all.
No, just a big gun.
So Roman's car gets sunk into the ice, and his car gets shot with a hook. Ludacris tells him, hold on to the door, you bitch, and blow your ejectocito because I'm going to pull you
Ejectocito.
out, which is the throwback to the second movie. He pulls him out.
Of the ice.
The cable gets exploded somehow by artillery round from the AA gun. They have snowmobile guys which are chasing them, and Roman
he hits
turns
him with
into,
the door. The door that
he
was
hits
just
one of- he-
the door that was just blocking 30 millimeter rounds. He picks up like a toy and just hits a guy in the face with
First
it.
off, he blocks a bunch of bullets with it.
Yeah.
Then he hits one with it, and then he kills another 5 guys, I think.
Like
with,
if this
a
was The Rock, I
handgun.
could believe it, but no, you can't. That door is blocking armor-piercing rounds. You're just gonna pick it up like a toy. No, not buying it.
And keep in mind, these guys have guns as well. So why are they not shooting at him?
Could have shot him in the
Armor,
legs.
I guess. He throws down a visible shield because he kills 6 guys before they can get a single shot on him. That's how good he's basically a fucking gunslinger at this point.
Wait, who are you talking about right now?
That dude that got pulled out of the lake in his
Tyree.
Lambo?
Or Tyrese.
Tyrese, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was cool as fuck looking, but not possible.
Fucking stupid.
One, a car door, pretty heavy. Pretty
Yeah,
fucking heavy.
especially one that blocks giant ass bullets.
And you successfully lived from the bullets it was blocking. That's got to be a very thick car door. So he picks it up and he fucks one guy up, but the other 3 people didn't turn their fire at him while that was happening.
Exactly, and this is not The Rock we're talking about.
No, this is Tyrese.
He's not a
Gibson.
demigod.
Yeah. Now, if The Rock did it, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense perfectly.
So then we have the jetpacks. The Shaw brothers catch the stealth plane.
Yeah,
they somehow find out where it was.
The cruising speed of a 787, just so you know, is 567 miles an hour. So if it was at cruising speed, they had to catch up to it.
We don't know what they look like mini jet fighter jetpacks.
Yeah, but still.
Somehow they get on the plane. But first off, she's like, "You're supposed to be dead." Why was so he got shot in the movie with the standoff with Dom, and they faked his death though. What was the purpose of that?
What?
I don't know.
Statham?
Yeah, why did he fake his death? It doesn't honestly make any difference in the movie.
But how did they get on the jet to begin with?
On him.
Like, how did nobody notice the cargo door open?
She got to change her plan. She's like, "Oh shit, fucking Jason Statham's after me. Shaw's out. Deckard Shaw's after me still.
Well,
I better not try to finish my plan and steal this nuke."
Okay, I kind of agree with you. This is what I think they were thinking. Dreaded ladies, after all of Vin's ragtag team, motley crew of engineers or whatever they are, and she was focused on killing Statham, and when she thought she had him killed, that was one less like badass she had to worry about. So he could sneak under the radar and apparently parachute from I don't know where, like James was saying. Where the fuck did they come from?
Space? They were on the International Space Station?
Where the fuck did you come from?
I just like how they got onto the plane and everybody's like, "How did you get on here?" It's like, nobody noticed the cargo door was wide open. I mean, we're on a plane here. Like, there's no light that says cargo door's open.
And they successfully, they made his mom the most hated person in movie history. Like, even he fucking hated her. She pretended to be all sad and shit.
With
like,
the old blonde lady?
Yeah. It was weird. Like, she was a very hated character in this movie.
She was.
I didn't even think about... I thought about the door, or them opening the door to the plane, but at that point I was just like, well, if they found the plane, then maybe they had some sort of hack. Maybe he plugged a USB drive that said...
Yeah, but, I mean, the plane would be pressurized. You can't just open a cargo door and be like, nah, get a little colder in here, guys?
I imagine there's only like 3 people on the plane, or 4 people. There was the whole... Because there was the 2 pilots, but they probably knew, but... Honestly, those guys...
They're like, we're not telling anybody. We don't have the insurance for this.
They could be getting blackmailed as well.
True, who knows?
What type of pilot is like, I'm just going to turn a life of crime like right now.
Yeah, I'm just going to fly this super secret stealth plane all around.
Honestly, if you can't explain something in this movie, just assume blackmail or loss of memory. And then you're good.
Oh, jeez.
So then we have Tormund, and he's the greatest sniper in the world because he is about to one-shot Letty while she's driving on the ice from like a mile away.
Oh, yeah. I just have my note.
Vin moves his car. He's like, "You made me miss my shot."
I just have in here, Dom beats up a wildling. Totally unrealistic.
Dude, he fucked him up, though.
Dude, has that guy been in any other movies? Like, this is the first time I saw him other than Game of Thrones.
He was on a commercial.
I think he's pretty cool. I like that guy.
He's on a hotel commercial. One of those.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So I think this is his first movie.
So Game of Thrones probably made him famous. And
oh yeah, that's what I looked up. He's best known for Game of Thrones.
Is it? He's pretty cool. Pretty cool dude. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
So
I fuck with him.
they get the baby though. Then we have this baby transporter scene, which actually is not that bad. It's silly.
Still weird. Who gets in a gunfight with a baby?
It's stupid, but in the context of this movie, it makes Jason Statham the best character in the movie, and this is
best possibly.
The best scene.
And he was a cunt in the last episode. Don't forget that. Sorry for the C word, but he was kind of mean. And
sorry.
They picked a fucking shitty song to put on the baby's ears. A Christmas from the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah,
give
a terrible song.
Give the kids something. Give him some Creed.
Give him some Kanye.
Fuck him up with.
Don't even start the Kanye thing again.
Cody, I gotta say, dude,
she just bleached her asshole. I get bleached in my t-shirt. I'm gonna feel like an asshole.
That's a bad example of Kanye. He rhymed the word asshole with asshole right there. Is that a lyrical genius to you, Cody?
You're goddamn right. It
not.
If he had nicer shoes, he'd have a better career. I'm just saying.
He's got a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So, then Dom joins the crew and like he's with us now. Like, yeah, I don't care what's going on, but he's part of the crew now.
Yeah.
And because he's got the baby, the anti-air missiles. What did they do to?
Oh,
somehow they
you talking
turned
about
the
this?
car.
No, dude, this is where like Dom is this after he punches the Wildling in the face and kills that one guy. He flies
He
off
kills
the
the
cliff
guy.
in his car.
Also, he drives into a pile of. How does he catch up with them? That
No,
snow
he
was
just drives
deep
off
as
the
shit.
pile. He drives off a cliff in his car and just lands like totally unfazed. Like no big deal. Just drove off a mountain
Yeah.
in my car here.
And he didn't
which I think
lose
is a Dodge
speed.
Charger.
He didn't lose speed at all.
No, and then he hits a missile truck, which somehow causes that missile truck to fire every one of its missiles at every other missile truck. Like
And
how the hell does that even happen?
Destroy all of its friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's blown up. So
And nobody even noted anything. Everybody's just like, oh,
damn.
that's Vin Diesel for you.
Yeah, he just
Oh,
used the missile
old
truck
Diesel.
to kill other missile trucks.
I guess that's why they
That's the
call
old
him
Dom that we
the
know.
old Diesel.
old Dominic. So we have a John Baby Wick is what I wrote down.
And wait, isn't at this point doesn't everybody still think that he killed Decker? Because they don't know Decker's alive, right?
I guess no one knows the Decker's
So he just like
no one
rolls
else-
back up and it's like, hey, we're friends, right? I mean, I killed that one guy, but other than that, we're cool.
And the rest
Like,
of the
I put my
team-
notes like everybody thinks he still killed Decker, but they're fine with him just being like, see, I told you Dom was all
Well, I
about
mean,
family.
they didn't like Decker though. Decker was like never like part
But-
of the crew.
Yeah, but he killed him.
Yeah, but they were starting to like Deckard. And The Rock got his feelings hurt when Deckard died. Because The Rock
did. He was very
punched
upset.
a metal wall and apparently dented a
Didn't
metal
phase him.
wall.
Also, The Rock was going to town on a concrete wall earlier and like not hurting his.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he was
Oh
in the
my
jail
God.
cell.
How's that possible? No, like I don't give a shit. Your bones are not stronger than concrete walls.
You know,
Yeah,
I
well,
gotta
unless
say,
you're The Rock.
I love what they did with The Rock's character. They're like,
He's a
Dude, they made
demigod.
him
He's a
fucking-
fucking demigod.
make him immortal, dude. Make him Thor.
I think he
without
should be
the
like the
hammer.
next Marvel movie as just like
The Rock.
Thor's like giant stepbrother that we didn't know about until right now.
Oh yeah,
I hope he kills Thanos. I hope he's the one.
yeah,
that takes Thanos
yeah.
out.
And he says something like, "I aim for the head."
He's got a white T-shirt on. It's got a couple holes in it. And it's just tattoos are just. He's like, "You're welcome."
When you're staring at a demigod. If we've gotten anything out of this movie, it's that The Rock is a fucking badass. So
He is. He's
we
a
will
giant.
take that.
So, they shoot a tracker missile though at the crew. And
Tracker. Are you talking about the torpedo thing, or what are you talking about?
The heat
No,
seeker.
they shoot like a tracker heat seeker missile
Oh, dude,
at
okay.
the crew.
So this
and
also.
Dom's like, "Go towards the bank," and he runs up a snowbank. He does a 180 in the snow. The missile shoots past him, and he's flying back towards the submarine. And I thought,
Okay, so
this is stupid, but a
It did.
little bit cool because it's a throwback to the first movie where he tries to drive past the train. So remember the first movie where he's racing with Brian O'Connor, and he's racing towards the train tracks, and Brian makes it through. Dom gets hit, and his car gets totaled. He's like, "I owe you a 10-second car."
I'm gonna fuck you up
like,
and say I
drives
don't
away.
remember that.
but dude, it doesn't make any sense. How? Okay, so
No, so it's a throwback to the scene because he drives towards the.
no, I'm just
sub.
talking about the missile
And
thing, like how he dodged.
I know
the missile.
it's super stupid. You have to look past that in the context of this movie now.
I can't do it.
So
No, this is the
He drives-
the Cuban Missile Crisis.
he barely
Ah.
jukes the fin of the submarine
we have fun
at
here.
this point. So the submarine barely gets juked in the same way that he should have juked out the train in the first movie. So there's that.
Yeah, just so you
the missile hits the sub blows up.
Don't forget, he was doing a wheelie the entire time.
He did pop a wheelie that way he could ramp it. He made sure he gave the extra throttle.
But
And
just
then-
just so you know, though, like okay, that missile, like the top speed of one of those missiles is like 2.5 Mach, which is like 2,000 miles an hour. So if you say that he was like 500 feet away from the sub when it launched, that means he had 0.1 second to react to that missile being fired, and the
Jesus
human reaction
Christ.
time is 0.25 milliseconds.
he had a fast car, dog.
It doesn't matter.
You
I
got
even
a
put
fast
Dodge
car.
Charger.
Is it fast enough that we could fly away?
It's a 10-second
Dude,
car,
it doesn't
you fuck.
even matter. Even if you were to say he was like a mile away, that still means that he had like 1.8 seconds to realize that a missile that's 10 foot long is being shot at him a mile away.
Also,
And to
who
juke
told
it.
him the missile? Who told him the missile was on him?
Exactly. The car doesn't have radar. Can't be like beep 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 beep.
It's
Missile
fucking
lock.
Kit. They're driving
And
Kit.
It was like he was so. Well, The Rock did say that's a heat-seeking
Oh
missile
shit! The
right
Rock said
there.
it. Can't believe the Rock
How'd The
didn't just
Rock
palm it right out of the air. It's
Yeah.
like, get out of here, missile.
Vin Diesel actually said that. He's like, "Can't you stop this?" The Rock's like, "No, this is a heat seeker."
It's like easy.
But
cold-blooded for
so
this.
what you guys are forgetting, I don't know if you're familiar with the triple X blockbuster that is Triple
Oh my
X.
god, I forgot about Triple
Oh
Bro,
my god! I
he
actually
had-
remember watching that movie way back in the day.
This is my favorite quote from Triple X. The things I do for my country. And he looks at he looks at like a sexy ass girl on a bed, and he says that like when he's about to fuck her, he's like, "The things I do for my country." But
Oh no! Oh no!
oh God forbid! Thank you for the freedom, Ben. But the main villain, spoiler alert for Triple X, go fuck yourself. The main villain is smoking a cigarette and he's a sniper. And Vin Diesel shoots a fucking heat seeker and it finds the cigarette. And I'm pretty sure he walks up and he goes, "Smoking will kill you." Like he's like, heard
my
this shit'll
God.
kill you.
So
Jesus Christ!
So this is
Triple
definitely
X was one of those
recycled.
better movies, was it?
It was not good, but I'll watch it, I suppose.
I did. I watched it too. But
It's got heat.
I wasn't-
Hey,
not
well, how
good.
about this? When we talk about fire and shit,
Oh yeah.
Dom's car wrecks.
Yeah.
wait, did we just
He
look
jumps-
past the entire part where the submarine's just plowing through the ice like it's tissue paper?
Well, I mean, submarines take a while to dive,
Wait, is
and
that
she tells it.
is
She's
that
like,
not a thing?
No,
She-
no, it's not. Like submarines can puncture the ice, but it normally takes 5 to 10. It normally takes like 10 minutes to puncture 5 to 10 feet of ice, and it's straight up. Like it doesn't emergency blow through the water like you see it in the
"Oh, well,
movie.
this one they have NOS on the submarine."
They do,
obviously.
no,
They have NOS.
do they have NOS or like do they have the Cuban NOS?
They got Cuban
They
NOS,
got
even
that
better.
That Cuban.
You got that
shit.
Cuban NOS?
They got that good.
So, Dom though the car wrecks and he jumps out of the car. This is right after he jumped the car 50 feet over a submarine.
While
the
doing a
submarine
wheelie.
explodes. His car flipped onto. He landed his car sideways because he's a terrible driver.
And he jumps out.
The car is rolling.
He jumps
out of the
Full
car.
speed.
Who's ever jumped out of a rolling vehicle?
But this is his
Well, he did
second
it the
time.
first scene.
Strategically.
This is his
It's
second,
the second time
in
dude.
this
Yeah,
movie.
exactly.
Both times would have killed him.
One time he was going backwards.
For Christ's
then-
sakes, the car could have hit him.
And then he lands, and the explosion happens, and oh shit, he's about to get blown up by the submarine explosion. Nope, they make a car force field shield
Which
around
is
him,
stupid, too.
which protects
Wait,
him
okay.
from the fucking flames.
Okay.
What the?
I have an explanation for how this worked.
Bring it on.
Okay. I honestly, genuinely think this maneuver has some science backing, and it worked because they're family.
You have the family force. It's basically the force of the Star Wars universe. You have family force powers.
Family.
Family
What's
Force
only-
5.
I'm gonna do the cars shield him up, and Charlie's Theron jumps out of the plane. It escapes. Decker Shaw has to capture the baby, and that's it. Then they have a rooftop party, and
Don't they always?
I think she jumped out of the plane and died.
for sure.
no, she had a parachute.
Dude, she was cruising altitude, 40,000 feet,
Well,
Okay,
negative 70 degrees,
So-
at
all right, so
567 miles an
look
hour.
all the other bullshit that happened in this movie. She's dead.
She probably
she's gonna be
floated
the
down
next
on
one.
an umbrella. To tell you the truth,
She's
Mary
gonna
Poppins
be,
did.
God damn it. She's gonna be the next one, and it's gonna be horrible. But they have a rooftop party though, and he's like, "Hey, I feel like we could have done some good if it was you and me." I hope he's in these next movies.
who? Statham?
Jason Statham, dude. He
Statham.
He's
Statham's a fucking badass. If you've never
he's
seen
the breath of fresh air.
If you've never
This is like
seen Statham in Transporter when he's on oil and has to break off the pedals on a bicycle, you're fucking your whole life up. I'm telling you.
What about when he beat the people up with that fire?
Yes!
hose? That one. That was dope, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Dude,
I
if
haven't
you haven't
seen that
seen the Transporter, James, check it out.
I watched the transporter, but I don't remember the fire hose
Oh,
beat down.
bro. It's fucking...
Just YouTube Transporter fire hose. It's a really cool scene.
Transporter fire
I don't
hose
thi-
and
I-
Transporter
the movie's
oil
not
slick.
worth watching. The movie's not worth watching, but just
I
watch
I
this.
thought transporter wasn't too
I
bad,
did
but
too.
transporter, not transformer.
Watch it now. Watch it now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I imagine it sucks now.
Yeah.
And so I mean that's the movie though. She's gonna be in the next one.
So, okay, so here's what you're saying is accurate because how Fast and the Furious apparently works is their villains become their next best friends and part of their family, which...
She's non-redeemable. She tried to start a nuclear war.
Well, The Rock,
But
he came back as a friend. Jason Statham came back as a friend. It had to have happened before that, right?
Well, yeah, in the first movie, the guy that was trying to
Vin
date
Diesel
Ryan
was the
O'Connor-
enemy.
or Vin Diesel.
Or Paul Walker.
Vin Diesel was the enemy. Vin Diesel's the enemy, but then Vin Diesel's sister, the guy was that trying to date her, he showed up in the fourth one, and he was an enemy in the first one. And then he became a friend. So
I think that to bring back Jesse and be like, he wasn't really dead. We were joking.
Which one's
Paul
Jesse?
Walker's not dead.
The guy that
Jesse was
the dude that died in the Jetta or got shot.
the
Dude,
white Jetta.
now just thinking about it, how much the movie's changed.
Dude,
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. They took an Expendables route. Okay, so my concluding thoughts on this movie. I know I talked a lot of shit because I think that's what makes this movie so fun. There's so much shit to talk about. They didn't even give a fuck. They're just like, let's make it look cool. And that's dope that they did that. I will say the baby thing felt so forced. So fucking forced. I don't give a shit about Vin Diesel's baby. You really think if somebody told me, hey, you have a baby, you got to do all this shit because it's your baby, I'd be like, I don't even fucking know that baby.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like,
you want me to kill The Rock? I don't
he's
even
helping-
know.
You can't kill The Rock.
You can't.
I'm not a dad, so maybe you could say, like, you don't fucking know. But he forgot about this lady. Did he even know he had a kid when he's being blackmailed?
No,
Or did he
like
think it
that was
just
the picture
girl
she was showing him
after?
on the phone when she was like, "I'm broke down."
So it was just the girl that he was.
No,
being blackmailed
I
for.
bet.
No, I think they were
bet
showing
she
the
showed
girl and the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but I mean, so I'm gonna betray all my friends. I'm going to help a person start a nuclear possible war of some sort, or just basically, at this point, I mean, Dom, like, goddamn, dude, let family go, put family on the back burner and think about the world.
Family
Yeah.
number two.
Think about the safety of the world for a second.
Water runs thicker
I don't
than
know.
blood, dude. Get over it for a second.
Goddamn, dog.
Yeah.
Nuclear weapons
And
run
that's-
thicker
and
than blood.
That's fast. That's Fate of the Furious.
That was the
Fate. That's F8 of the Furious.
I know what you guys were thinking. What is the fate of these furious fellows? Well, I think we just uncovered that today. A few facts I want to say before we head out of this bitch. First off, check out Hash Pipe by Weezer. Secondly, this movie was pitched as the West Side Story of car movies. So they're like, let's make West Side Story, but no song and dance. Let's do it with cars. That was a real thing.
Was it?
That's
Was
real.
it really?
That's a real thing. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. So I looked that up.
No shit. I did not know that.
Third, rate us on iTunes, you fucks.
Yes.
Hey, I actually. Do you have a rating on iTunes? Because I rated you.
I rated us today too. So we definitely need.
I didn't see any ratings on iTunes though. But I hate
gotta-
Apple, but getting on iTunes through my computer is just a pain in the ass. I had to use the app on the phone, and
Rate us
it
on
was a
Google
pain.
Play.
Oh, yeah. Rate us.
I didn't even know that was on there.
Can you rate on Google?
Don't
Play?
even worry about
Hey,
it.
and if you're here because you saw one of my videos and I said, "Hey, I'm going to be on this podcast," hey, I appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, James.
Check out
James.
James.
Got a James got a YouTube channel.
I
Yeah.
did, and I
It's a
did.
YouTube.
I promoted this video in one of my videos that actually it'll. When will this go up? Do you know?
I don't know. What's your YouTube though? Give us your YouTube.
Major Hardware. We'll see you there.
Oh, that's
For all your-
a cool catchphrase too. Major Hardware. We'll see you there.
Hey,
That was impromptu, but no, there was like I run that I do that little mini series. The What's That Sound? Well, I did it this past week, and the guy that guessed it YouTube page has like no videos posted, so I just promoted this channel. So if you showed up because you saw that, just
Let us know.
We appreciate you, and go to iTunes and do stuff because it's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it.
Fuck yeah, it did
He's
suck.
got-
It did suck.
James has got he's got tech tips. He's got DIY. He's got some Overwatch vids.
Yeah, just a
He's crushing.
cool dude overall. So we like.
I like Overround. Keep it that one.
Yeah,
Overround.
that sounds sexy.
Overround. Is Overround?
He's an overround dude.
And if you're thinking about watching Fate and the Furious, just don't do it.
Do your best not to.
Yeah. Do something. Watch it while you're working out or something like that.
What movie you guys plan on doing next?
I'm thinking Magic Mike, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Magic Mike. See, I don't know what that is, but it sounds gay, so let me look it up real quick. I think
The
it
law
is.
says you cannot touch.
I see a lot of lawbreakers.
Are you? Is that naked dude dancing?
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Dude, it got
All
3
right.
stars on
Bro,
IMDb.
that movie is the shit. No homo. I love that fucking movie.
Have you guys looked up any of its statistics yet?
The law says.
I think it did
What do you-
well.
Cannot
What do you think its
touch.
Rotten Tomatoes is?
Okay, on Rotten Tomatoes, I think that movie got a 78%.
What do you think, Cody?
74.
It got an 80, so
Oh,
you
shit,
guys are
dude.
right in there.
Dude, I'm a
I don't know. I don't know what that says about you or the movie.
Hey, trust me. So it has a lot of naked dudes and dancing, but underneath all that sexy shit to get the horny people in the theaters, it's got a badass story. Really cool.
I think you guys should do like The Martian or something. Do something cool.
We
Magic
did
Mike.
Interstellar.
Yeah, but
gonna-
everybody loves space.
Everybody.
Hey, we're doing a Groundhog Day after Magic Mike. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Groundhog Day? I don't think I've watched that one either.
Well, fucking get on your game. So.
Yeah. Fuck with it, James.
And hey,
I heard that one's pretty funny though, but Magic Mike, I don't see it.
with that, we're out.
I mean, I'll listen to it, but I'm just saying.
This podcast's already too long.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
no, I think it's
2:18.
Cool. Thank you guys
2:18.
for.
Actually, it's probably about your normal time. Actually,
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Probably so. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take us.
I mean,
I'm gonna take us home here. Cody, always a pleasure. You're sexy. James, thank you for kicking it with us, man. I think it went super great. And legit, like, do the iTunes ratings and all that stuff. But most importantly, if you dig the podcast,
tell your friends.
Tell your friends and tell us. Like, tell us. It's hard to see what you guys actually think, so just verbally tell us. That'd be dope. So, thank you. This is Cornelius sweating my balls off.
that is like the one thing. Oh shit! Bye.
What are we looking at here? We're looking at Boomer. This is Boomer. He's got the biggest mouth of them all. He's the whale shark. Say hello to that round mound of pound and his power slam. Very deadly. Oh. He loves to tenderize the competition before he eats them. Then we've got Sledge the Hammerhead. Sledge the Hammerhead loves to floor the competition with the flying headbutt. You got me? He's the leader of the street sharks. He's a great warrior. He's got the real shark skin, and his special power is the right hand roundhouse punch. He sends the competition to a watery grave. Boom!